madam. Thank you so much for coming.
So,
More and more energies.
yes, today Dr. Lakshmi will be with you for some time. And dear friends, warm welcome to the third day. And today, Dr. Lakshmi ma'am will share her message and her few of her wisdom pieces of wisdom.
First of all, I want to thank Chandra Garu and Vani Garu. They are our dear friends, our well-wishers. Thank you for inviting us for this wonderful program. And my dear friends, first of all, I have to congratulate all of you because you're so courageous, all of you. I'll explain you why you're courageous. Because it's not easy. It's not easy to go within and to look at ourselves, to look within. We're all humans. And in certain situations, circumstances, we experience stress, we experience tension. And in certain situations, we also go through certain emotions, maybe anger, maybe sadness, so many different tensions, so many different emotions. And what happens with all this stress, with all these emotions, with all the negative thoughts? How many of us are aware how to let go, how to transform? Most of us, we are not aware. Some of us, yes, through the practice of meditation, we can transform this energy. But most, they don't know what to do. They're just experiencing this tension. And if you just look at the present day scenario, so many people are gripped with fear. So many people are gripped with fear of death, fear of losing loved ones, losing money, losing job. So much of fear, so much of tension, my dear friends. So what happens when we don't know, when we are not aware? What happens is all those painful emotions, all that fear, it just gets stored in our unconscious mind or the subconscious mind. So all the neuroscientists have discovered that we are only conscious of 5% of our cognitive activity. So that means most of our decisions, most of our actions, most of our emotions, most of our desires, they're dependent on the 95% of the activity, which is outside of our conscious awareness. So that means our subconscious mind or the unconscious mind is ruling the 95%. So we're only conscious of the 5%. What we know about ourselves is only 5%, and it's very negligible. And we are not aware of the 95%, what we are holding inside. So, my dear friends, many times people are closing their eyes. That's wonderful. And most of the time, most of us, we are using positive affirmations like I'm healthy, I'm happy, I'm joyful. But it doesn't help because we are using those affirmations at a very superficial level. It's easy to work on the conscious mind, but the subconscious mind is stubborn. It's not easy to work on the subconscious mind unless until we are willing, unless until we are ready to open ourselves, my dear friends. So I just want to share this joke about Mullah Nasruddin. One day, Mullah Nasruddin went to the health department. He wanted to place a complaint. And the officers asked, "What's your problem?" So then he said, I have 6 brothers and we all live in one room. And my brothers, one brother has 12 dogs. Another brother has 12 monkeys. So like this, we all live in one room. And, it's just, it feels, I just can't breathe. There's no air in the room. It is so congested. So please do something about it. So immediately the officer asked him, "Do you have windows in that room?" And Nasruddin said, "Yes, we have a window." So then the health officer said, "Why don't you open the window?" "What?" yelled Nasruddin. "And you want me to lose all my peaches? All 20 peaches? You want me to lose all my 20 peaches?" So my dear friends, in the same way, what we are holding inside, we are not ready to acknowledge it, to face it. Instead, we blame others. Like how Nasruddin was blaming his brothers. That, his brothers are having the monkeys, donkeys, and all that. In the same way, we tend to blame that my husband is responsible, my family is responsible, my parents are responsible for whatever health issues I'm going through or whatever emotional issues I have. Either we are always in the extremes. We either blame people or we just submit. We are very submissive. We think everything is because of us. It's all because of you. Your parents are fighting. It's because of me. Because I'm not good enough. I'm bad. My parents are fighting. It's because of me. Everyone is suffering. So we're always in these two extremes, my dear friends. So it is so important. Look at our wounds. It doesn't matter. We're all humans. We all have emotions. We all have our past. So maybe whatever has happened in your childhood, it doesn't matter whether it's from your childhood or from a past life. It doesn't matter wherever it is coming from. But it is important to look at that unconscious, subconscious, the wounds, the painful experiences, because it is so painful, it is so horrible, it is so terrible. To look at that painful experience, we avoid, we reject, we deny. And as a defense mechanism, as a protective mechanism, we tend to pretend. We tend to pretend that everything is fine, everything is all right, because we are only at the superficial level. But whatever we exclude, whatever we reject, it will be included. It will be presented to you. Because you need to face that. You need to look at yourself. You just can't say that by just knowing 5% of yourself. You just can't say, I'm complete. I know everything about myself. No, 95% you're not aware of yourself. You're unconscious of yourself. And that unconscious mind is ruling your life. How many of you have observed that you're doing your best, you're meditating, everything is wonderful, but something happens in your life, some situation happens in your life, and you're just, you're reacting in that situation, and your health is affected, that fear comes up. So that means there is something which you have not dealt with, that is just trying to come up again and again, my dear friends. So today, I just want to share with you a case study, because then you'll understand how important it is. So this case study is about a lady, a middle-aged lady, 35 years old, very successful in her life. She works in a software company and she earns 2 lakhs per month. a very good, handsome husband, 2 children. According to the society, this is the best life. Everyone will say, what is the problem? You have the best. This is what a human needs. And you're happy. So she was happy at the superficial level, my dear friends. And suddenly, what happened was she was diagnosed with fibroids in her uterus. Suddenly, everything was absolutely fine. Life was going wonderfully well. But suddenly this health issue, this health problem, because she was not getting her periods regularly, she was having very painful periods, and she went to the doctor, and the doctor did all the tests, and she was diagnosed with a big fibroid in her uterus. So now she started wondering, what is this? Everything is so wonderful. I eat healthy food. I meditate. I do this. I do that. I live a very healthy lifestyle. What happened? Why did I get this fibroid in my uterus? So now she was ready. She was open because her illness was forcing her to look into something which she was avoiding all these years. So when I started just counseling her, when I just started speaking to her, she started sharing her experience. And she told me that she is the 3rd girl child. Her parents already, they have 2 girl children, and she is the 3rd girl child. And she said, she just remembers very little that, the parents never wanted a girl 3rd time. They wanted a boy. But she was born and they accepted her. She started excelling in her studies. She started excelling in everything. She got a very good job. And she told me that once she went to this 10 days of silence retreat. And in that 10 days of silence, when she closed her eyes, suddenly some fear just came up. This fear of loneliness. And it was so intense. Oh my God, she couldn't bear this fear. Oh my God, if I just sit like this, I'm going to die with this fear of loneliness. She just opened her eyes. She just got out of the room and she said, no, whatever I'm doing is not right. This practice, it just made me so fearful. I was never fearful before. But after doing this, after closing my eyes, after sitting in silence, suddenly this fear came up. Oh my God, what is this? This practice is making my life miserable. I was happy before. So she just came out. She couldn't close her eyes because that fear of loneliness was so intense, my dear friends. And she thought that practice, that method is wrong. That practice has done something wrong to her. That practice has brought out this fear for her. It has created this fear for her, and she stopped all that. And after that, few years, she was having these irregular periods. Slowly, the symptoms started. Her body started telling her something. Her body was trying to show her something. And initially, she neglected for 2-3 years. So then this problem became so severe. And that fibroid became so big, like a tennis ball. Now she can't avoid it. And her problem has become so intense. Now there is no way that she can pretend. There's no way that she can just avoid it. So now it's diagnosed fibroid, a big fibroid in the uterus. And the doctors have advised her, now you should go for a surgery. We have to operate. We have to take this out. Otherwise, it will just burst and it can become a big problem for you. So now she just wanted to do something before she just opts for a surgery. So she just came to know about this work and she came to us. And when I started guiding her, when I just took her into a deeper process, she just connected back, my dear friends, to her mother's womb state when she was inside the mother's womb. And in that state, the fetus could feel everything, whatever the mother was feeling, because mother and fetus, they are one unit. We think The fetus has no energy. They can't know anything. Whatever is happening, only when we are born, we are aware of everything. No, that's not true. In our 25, 30 years of practice, what we have observed is the fetus has consciousness. The fetus can feel everything, even inside the womb. So inside the womb, she was feeling everything, whatever the mother was feeling. The mother was so tensed. The mother was feeling, oh my God, I have so much pressure from my in-laws. I have so much pressure from my husband because my husband wants a boy. Because he wants a boy so that that boy can take over the business. Otherwise, if a girl is born, what will happen? What will happen to me and to the child? She was feeling so much of anxiousness, tension, and she was just feeling, I don't want a girl child. If it is a girl child, better she dies in the womb itself. So, my dear friends, this sort of rejection from the entire family, from the mother, and this girl was feeling all that rejection. And when she was born, the father didn't even visit, because when he heard the news, again, a girl child, he said, I don't want to visit that girl. One more girl child. Why should I come and visit her? So this was the response from the father, and completely rejected, completely feeling unwanted, this girl was born. And later, she was also not beautiful. She was dark in color. So her entire family was a sort of, rejected her, because the other two sisters are very fair and she is very dark. And the whole family, the grandmother, grandfather, father, nobody was really happy with the birth of this child. So what happened, initially for few years, this little girl was experiencing so much loneliness, because nobody would come to her. Nobody would come and speak to her, play with her. So much of loneliness she was experiencing inside her. So much of pain, the pain of rejection, pain of being a girl, and pain of being not beautiful. Nobody is loving her. Nobody is accepting her. So what happened after a few years, as I have already explained to you, and Dr. Newton has been explaining from day one, we formed some defenses to protect ourselves. So after 5 years, what happened? She also started developing some defenses, some strategies, that if I have to receive love from these people, I have to do something which makes them happy. And from that moment onwards, she started excelling in her studies. Not because she liked studies, just because to receive the attention, to receive the love from the parents, from the sisters, from the entire family, my dear friends. So that's how she masked everything. She masked her pain. She masked her loneliness. Everything was pushed into the subconscious mind, and she started excelling, and she started feeling, because there is a disconnect that has happened between her heart and the mind. Completely disconnected. She started living here in the mind. What matters is only the studies, excelling, becoming successful in life. Oh my God, wonderful. Everybody started appreciating her. Everything was wonderful from that moment onwards. But now what happened? After a few years, as she shared with me, when she just closed her eyes, when she was in that silence retreat, this intense fear of loneliness came back. Because this meditation or this technique didn't create this fear of loneliness. It was there within her subconscious mind. She has just rejected it because it was so painful for her. But as she was ready, what is meditation? Becoming aware of ourselves. Meditation is nothing but going deep within and understanding about ourselves. So when she started doing this, all these things, all these wounds started surfacing, because now she needs to work on that. She needs to heal herself. Meditation is not just feeling good. Everything is fine. I'm feeling blissful. I'm feeling energy. No, it's not about that. It's about going within, going to the deeper levels, understanding about yourself completely. So when she did that, she understood that when she realized that being this third girl child, understanding that the parents, the family, they don't want a girl child, she completely denied that part, that feminine part. She denied that girl within herself, that woman within herself, and she started becoming like a man. She started doing everything a man can do to prove to her parents, to prove to her family that she can do anything like a man, like a boy. But in that process, what happened is she lost that beauty, that beautiful feminine part of herself. So now her consciousness and her body wants to teach her a lesson. Or her body, her consciousness wants her to understand that she has rejected this part and she has to embrace this. So that's how the body started presenting these symptoms to her, that irregular periods, painful periods. Slowly, initially, it was like very, very small symptoms, but generally we don't listen. Generally, we don't heed because it is so small. It's not really bothering us. But only when it reached to that point that it just becomes so dangerous for her. The fibroid becomes so big. Now it's going to just blood, and it can affect all other organs. So now she just wanted to work on herself. Now she started focusing on herself. So her body was actually a wonderful guide. Her body was guiding her. My dear friend, please look at yourself. See, you have rejected this beautiful feminine part of you. You are a girl. You are a woman. You need to celebrate. You need to celebrate. You have the power. Women are not weak. Women are not good for nothing. Women are powerful. Women can do anything, but you just need to embrace yourself as you are. You just can't prove yourself rejecting that feminine part. That is the truth. You are a girl. You're a woman. You just can't prove yourself. And the body was trying to teach her to look at all these wounds, my dear friends. So, my dear friends, this case I just shared with you because it is so important. Because unless until we look at these wounds, maybe we are carrying wounds from our childhood, or maybe we are carrying wounds from some painful experiences from a past life, or anything. We just need to look at it. Otherwise, what happens? We all have these wounds, most of us. We have these wounds and we are hiding these wounds from ourselves and from everybody. And there is so much pus that is accumulated inside these wounds. Now this pus is just starting coming out. And we don't want to look at it because it is so horrible. It is so painful. It is stinking. And we just don't want to look at it. We don't want to look at it, and we don't want others also to come close to us because others will look at it, or others will come to know about it, because we started pretending. Some of us, we just pretend. We just laugh, but the heart is crying. The child within you, the wounded child within you is crying for help, my dear friends. So we need to look at these wounds, because love means, what is love? Because we can't love in this situation because we are not authentic. Love means exposure. We need to expose our wounds. We need to open ourselves to our wounds. Exposing wounds doesn't mean exposing, but we just need to open ourselves to look at these deeper aspects of ourselves. And then comes the next step, acceptance. First is the willingness to look at our wounds, the willingness to look at whatever it is, however painful it is. That is the first step. And most of us are not willing. We are denying, we are rejecting. So now it is important for us to open ourselves. Dr. Newton is so compassionate. He wants to offer all these wonderful tools. Unless until there is compassion, nobody can just sit like this and spend hours offering these tools. He can just say, no, you do it for yourself. You can do it for yourself. But sometimes we are not even aware how to do it. We are not even aware what is there, how to go. So the first step is, my dear friends, the first step is the willingness to go within, to go deeper and to look at those wounds. And the second step is acceptance. Generally, we don't accept. Generally, what happens is we just want to be somebody else. We pretend to be somebody else. We are not ourselves. We don't accept ourselves as we are. We think if I am like Aishwarya Rai, that would be wonderful. But you're not Aishwarya Rai. You are unique. You are unique. There's nobody else like you. So the acceptance of everything about yourself, my dear friends, acceptance of your wounds, acceptance of your past, acceptance of what happened to you in your childhood, acceptance of your parents, everything. You need to accept everything about yourself as you are. That is the second step. Only when you accept, then you can embrace everything about yourself. Otherwise, you think my parents are very unloving. I don't accept them. I don't accept my husband. I don't accept my body because my body is very fat. My body is very, I have a very dark skin. So all these thoughts, all these belief systems are not allowing you to heal yourself. So it is so important to accept yourself as you are, everything about yourself, the good, bad, ugly, the plus and minus, everything about yourself. Then only you can embrace. The next step is embracing. Only when we accept, we can embrace. Otherwise, in our life, we are only trying to accept the good part. I will be only happy. I don't want pain. I don't want sadness. I want only light. I don't want darkness. How is it possible? In this three-dimensional plane, it's a dual plane. There is day and night. You just can't say, I want only day. I don't want night. So we need to accept the duality here, my dear friends. In order to understand happiness, you need to experience what sadness is. In order to understand what light is, you need to understand what darkness is. So only when you can embrace all these aspects of yourself, the good part, the bad part, the ugly part, the light, the dark part, then only you can be complete, my dear friends. Otherwise, how can we be complete? We are all incomplete otherwise, because we are only accepting this part of ourselves and we are rejecting all these aspects of ourselves, my dear friends. So it is so important to embrace. And then the next step, the transformation. Then we can transform. Then only we can transform. Only once we embrace all aspects of ourselves, because they're all our own aspects. Only when you shower them with love, only when you embrace them with love, even the painful part, you can tell that painful part, oh my dear, you have taught me such a wonderful lesson. After going through this painful experience, now I can be compassionate. I can understand others' pain. I can be empathetic. Otherwise, I was so heartless before. So you taught me such a wonderful lesson. So I embrace you. I accept you. It is so wonderful. It's so amazing. So then we can completely transform all that stress, all those negative thoughts, negative emotions. Completely we can transform, my dear friends, and we can become transformed beings. And everyone has the ability to heal themselves. Only thing is, we are not aware of it. Dr. Newton and myself, we don't heal anybody. We only empower people. We only offer them these wonderful tools so that they can go within and they can heal themselves, because you're all capable. You are all capable. The only thing you need is to be courageous, and you all have that courage, and just let that courage just be birthed, and you can just face yourself and you can just heal yourself, and then you're a completely healed and transformed being, my dear friends. So, my dear friends, with this, I wish, may you all heal, may you all be happy, may you all be joyful, and may you all be enlightened. Thank you, my dear friends.
That's wonderful message from Dr. Lakshmi, and she's my constant source of inspiration, and she's my guide, and who helped me immensely to transform many of my limitations. Because whatever the Dr. Lakshmi was mentioning, I was like that before. I was trying to avoid, always see the good part, but avoid facing all the challenges of life. I had such a great fear to face negative side of life, the dark side of life. And she was the woman behind me, the source, constant inspiration to me to face all those challenges. And forever I thank Dr. Lakshmi, and she's my everyday constant companion. She's my wife. She is so much in my heart always. We are together always in every workshop, and because she's taking care of certain other responsibilities right now, that's why I'm taking care of these webinars right now. And friends, it's amazing, and thank you for your message, for your time today. That's great. That's really great. So friends, today, the third day, Dr. Lakshmi's message, it set the tone for what is going to unfold today. And beautiful points about awareness. Lakshmi spoken about awareness and responsibility. Sometimes when we hear the word responsibility, we feel like, oh, it's a burden. Oh, I'm going to be responsible for something. Oh, I'll be blamed then if I'm not going to fulfill that responsibility. I'll be the one who will be blamed. But there is the positive side of responsibility. Responsibility, when you take it, there is a joy when you're really fulfilling them, fulfilling all the tasks, all the responsibilities that you have taken. And particularly, one responsibility is your own health. Reclaiming your own health is your responsibility. Creating abundance is your own responsibility. Happy, harmonious relationships is your own responsibility. And also, enlightenment is your own responsibility. It is not the Guru's responsibility or God's responsibility. We have to do our homework. So, dear friends, awareness, responsibility, and the third important element is conscious choices. So today, our whole focus will be on these conscious choices. How we can harness the power within us, the power to choose. So far, there were repetition of certain negative patterns, negative health patterns, negative fears, negative situations, recurring things. We don't want to experience them, but still we are attracting them because subconsciously some work need to be done. We need to update our software in our mind. We have not yet done. That's why this law of attraction brings. What you have not dealt with in the past, which is stored in the subconscious mind, you will also bring it up again and again in different situations of life. So with the conscious choices, you can change it totally. And you upgrade your software of the subconscious mind, your operating system. So yesterday and day before yesterday, we were doing majorly that work. Today, we learned something very, very useful. Before that, yesterday, we couldn't share, all of us, we couldn't share some of the experiences. And some were so keen to share. Initially, let's begin with sharing certain experiences. So friends, let it be brief sharing, so that we'll have many people can share. There's an opportunity for many people to share here on this platform. So you can raise the digital hand. And yesterday, some of you Who raised the hand? Again, you can raise the hand because I have not noted down your names. So I see here in my screen. We can spotlight right now, Vinaji, and right, I can do that. But you need to make me like a host, co-host.
I have made you already a co-host.
Already co-host.
Yes.
Okay. Right. Thank you, Vinaji. And okay. So Anil Ji is here. I don't know. Where is Anil Ji? Yeah. Right, Anil Ji. That's very good. So you can unmute yourself. Anil Manke Ji.
Hello, sir.
Namaskar.
Yes, sir. Namaskar, sir. I have 3 experiences to share. One from yesterday's and 2 from yesterday's session and 1 from day before yesterday's session.
Right.
In yesterday's session, when you were saying about the premature birth of the girl child, I don't know how, but I went to that moment when my soul entered my mother's womb. And as soon as I entered that womb, I felt that, no, I don't want to enter this. This is not my mother. It was somebody else who was supposed to be my mother. And I tried very hard to come out of that. But I was totally present in that womb. And when I took birth, it was so much hatred and anger towards that mother.
Okay.
That it is said that I did not drink the milk from her breast for a few days. Now she is 86 years old, and I still have hatred and anger towards her.
Right.
Because of this, there has been many happenings in my life where I had anger and hatred towards my boss, and I had to leave my job because of that anger and hatred.
Right.
So I don't know exactly how to come out of this.
Okay.
So this is the first experience. I will share all the...
Just a moment, sir. One moment.
Yes, sir.
Can you close your eyes right now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I would like you to picturize your mother in front of you. Just see her image, see her face in front of you. And right now, just your head little bit chin down, as if you're bowing down to her. And you say, thank you, dear mother.
Thank you, dear mother.
You have given me an opportunity to come into the world.
You have given me an opportunity to come into this world.
I carried the hatred because I was expecting to step into a different womb of the mother.
I'm carrying the hatred because I was expecting to enter the womb of another mother.
Another mother. But it happened to be you.
But it happened to be you.
You are my mother.
You are my mother.
I am your son.
I am your son.
When you're saying it, how you feel right now in your heart?
So my heart is beating faster. And my mind is saying, don't say this.
Right. There is resistance. Okay.
Yes.
So I would like you to picturize another mother, okay? Beside your mother's face, another mother's face, okay? The mother that you would like to be born to. Your soul wants to actually be born to another mother, but instead, there is a reason why the universe sent you into this womb. Okay? Right now, see that mother also. How do you feel when this mother's face also is showing up here? You don't need to have a clear face, but just feel exactly the feelings that you had when you are stepping into your current biological mother's womb. You are expecting to be born to another mother. You want to come out. You had great reluctance to be born through this mother. Okay, just bring that feeling, and along with that, any image or any face of a mother, symbolically representing the mother that you are expecting to be born to. How do you feel right now?
I'm in a dual state of mind, sir.
Dual state. Okay. Right now, say to that mother that where you could not be born to, where you could not step into her womb space, you say to her, this time I could not be your son.
This time I could not be your son.
For various reasons.
For various reasons.
I don't know the big picture.
I don't know the big picture.
I was longing to be with you, dear mother.
I was longing to be with you, dear mother.
In some other time and space, I will definitely meet you.
In some other time and space, I will definitely meet you.
Bless me if I continue with the current life and
if I continue with the current life
and with my current biological mother.
And with my current biological mother.
How do you feel when you say these words?
Feeling very happy.
Very happy, yeah. Right now, turn towards your current biological mother, okay? See her in front of your eyes. Visualize her. Then try again, bowing down in front of her. I'm sorry, I rejected you.
I rejected you.
I could not see your greatness.
I could not feel your greatness.
Let me take few steps to come towards you, dear mother.
Let me take a few steps to come to you, dear mother.
Just visualize that there are 10 steps to take to reach to your current biological mother, and see how many steps you can take in the visualization process. Take that first step now. Are you ready to take her into your heart?
Yes.
Very good. See the second step also. Are you willing? Do you find any resistance? See that second step.
No, sir, I don't find any resistance.
No resistance. Okay. Take a few more steps and see. 3, 4, 5. Where do you stand? At what?
I stand at the ninth step.
At ninth step. You look into the eyes of your mother.
Yes.
And as the son, you say to her, I take you fully into my heart.
I take you fully to my heart.
Through you, I received the life.
Through you, I received the life.
The gift of life.
The gift of life.
In your honor, I will live well.
I will live well.
I live with joy.
Within your heart.
I live with joy, happiness, and health, abundance.
I live with joy, happiness, health, and abundance.
Thank you, dear mother.
Thank you, dear mother.
Thank you, dear mother.
How do you feel right now? Let it just feel your heart. What do you feel in
Sir,
your...
I am not able to take the 10th step.
It's okay. Take some more time. It's okay. Need not be right now. But it's great that you have taken 9 steps. It's a great leap. That's really great, courageous steps you have taken. As you take fully your mother into your heart, you take yourself fully into your heart. Somewhere, when we reject our mother, we reject ourselves too. We reject life itself. And children, they become arrogant when they hate mothers, when they reject their mothers. When we really look into the inner dynamics and really understand what mother means to us, mother means life itself. Mother means...
Sir, it's quite true. It's quite true because yesterday when we were doing the death urge and the soul urge, the life urge,
yes,
I was rejecting the life.
Yeah.
I was accepting the death.
Right. Yeah.
And I had a talk about this with my wife Swati also. It was not coming out of my heart for a long time.
Yeah.
But I took some courage and then I talked with her.
Yes.
And I think yesterday I got the reply from the session about the life urge and the death urge.
Yes.
That's a great thank you to you, sir.
Beautiful, sir. Beautiful. You're a courageous one, sir. And one great Upanishad saying, Matru Devo Bhava.
Yes, sir.
Pitru Devo Bhava. Acharya Devo Bhava. And the fourth thing, Atidhi Devo Bhava also. Always we must carry this. These are all just not just Rishis said just like that. They are like, they were given as almost like principles. How to live our life so joyfully in the physical plane. Because once we take our mother fully into our heart, life comes into us and abundance flows into us. We feel so worthy. Without mother's love, we feel lonely and depressed, friends. Because I have seen many cases of depression where they don't have proper connection, proper relationship with their mothers. The daughters having no connection with the mother.
I also went through depression.
Yes.
And had a treatment from the doctor also.
Yes. Now, when you take her fully into your heart, totally there is a reframing of everything that happens in your neuronal system. Yesterday we talked about the midbrain and brain and the neocortex. What happens is this new installation of the software inside you, where acceptance of your mother as she is, and you give yourself the permission now to step into life fully. Along with this, many things will happen. One thing is abundance comes. Mother opens the doors for abundance. Mother opens the doors for, so many other things as well. For example, we feel so grounded. With our mothers taking our mother into our heart, we feel so grounded. We feel the Mother Earth. We feel connected with the life itself. Though it is like a logical mind can't understand this, but deeper inside our heart, we understand this principle. How these very, very first baby steps of us, something is programmed in us. Today, what you shared is so useful and helpful for so many here who are participating in this webinar. And thanks, Anilji, for sharing your experience and being authentic with yourself.
Yes, sir. Sir, can I share the second experience?
Yes, please go ahead.
I am a juvenile diabetic for 42 years
Yes.
and dependent upon insulin
Yes.
for my living.
Right.
So yesterday's third level meditation that we did, I wanted to know from exactly where my diabetes got triggered.
Right.
So to find the trigger point, when the meditation started, I went into some past life
Ah.
where I was a child of a very wealthy person. And when we used to play outside, there was a crippled man, or maybe a young boy, you can say, who used to come and watch us. But he could not stand without his stick. He used to keep one leg rotated around the stick and one leg on the ground. And one day, what I did is I took out his stick
Mm.
and it fell onto the ground. So when the stick was again given to him, he could stand. And this became our game, my game basically.
Mm.
But somehow, when the healing part came, I told my father, who was very wealthy, that why is this person like this? I want him to stand on both the legs. So my father in that time said that he is born like that and he can't stand like that. But I insisted to cure him. And my father said, okay, there were only two modalities at that time. One was the Ayurveda, and second was the Tantra Mantra Sadhana that the other people do. So my dad at that time thought Ayurveda would be too long a treatment, too costly a treatment, though he was wealthy. Let him take to the Tantra Mantra person so that my child will also be happy that I am giving some treatment. And if possible, that person would also get some benefit of that. So I really don't know as to how many times I took that boy or that person, crippled one, to that Tantra Mantra person. But in the last, what I found was he was playing and dancing with us with on his two legs.
Right.
So while doing a correlation with my diabetes, what I found is that the stick that he was carrying is the insulin dose I had to take to stand alive.
Okay. Mm.
Second, the Tantra Mantra at that time, I call it as the different spiritual modalities of today.
Right.
So after correlation, I think that I have to do some spiritual modality so that I will come out of this daily insulin.
Right.
But I really don't know what modality I should do. I tried many, but I couldn't find solution or maybe some relief from diabetes by any modality.
Right.
So if you can guide me about that.
Because you have now the intention. When we have an intention to heal ourselves, universe will actually show us the way. You will be guided to exactly the modality of healing which really can help you. So,
Okay.
and here with the correlation, you could understand that dependency with the stick in that past life, that boy was crippled boy, he could finally dance and rejoice. Even the similar analogy where you can also, there's a hope that one day
Yes.
the stick is not required, just like that boy, that
Yes.
example, that metaphor, and where you can also rejoice and dance. And you already started your healing journey. For example, first step you have taken by taking your mother fully into your heart. And
Yes.
I give you some homework, sir. If it resonates with you, you can follow it. One thing is
Yes.
do service to your mother. In this
Okay.
old age, it's so important. If she needs her feet might be very tired, you just press her feet.
Okay.
All her life, if we never see the pains of mother's struggles that they went through, we don't see that aspect of their life. And just press the feet of your mother. Just take care of her in this old age. It's so essential. So it will be such a great step. This service that you give to your mother, you will start receiving her love, which was missing in your life.
Okay.
Okay. And the second aspect is our parents, somewhere when we carry this disconnection with our parents, either mother or father, somewhere it shuts down our pancreas. We start, actually, pancreas produces insulin, which is the important hormone, which is for the metabolization of the sugars. You can't metabolize sugars unless the dependency. There's a sugar that is insulin that need to be pumped into you. So this insulin, none other than the love that you missed.
Okay.
Mother, and probably with your father as well.
Yes, sir.
You had any conflict with your father when you were a child?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Very much. Very much. Not even child, when I was grown up.
Yeah. So
my father died some 30 years back. Okay. But till his death, there was a conflict.
So generally, the diabetes, whatever the work that I've been doing last 25 years, so there is always conflict with the father.
Yes.
And some very rare circumstances with the mother, but primarily with the father energy. So which actually makes us carry the resentment and anger and all that, bitterness, Later on, we have to stop eating sugars because you have diabetes and a lot of bitterness in life, so much bitter.
Yes.
Life is bitter. So it's so important now, just like how you're taken your mother into your heart, take your father into your heart. Even though he has left the body, in his soul plane, he can still, bless you.
Yes.
He's still always, the father remains a father, even though they leave the body. And wherever he is, he'll be so happy if you really heal this relationship. And I also recommend you to write down a love letter to your mother and father separately.
Okay.
Sit down and because we write love letters only to our girlfriends, but our mother and father, we never express our love. Now, just open your heart. How much it can heal you, sir. That's the biggest mantra.
Okay.
This is the biggest spiritual healing modality.
Okay.
This is the biggest healing movement that can happen in your life.
Okay.
Through you, this message is for all our friends also who are participating in this workshop. It's so important to heal our relationship with our mother and father, because so many illnesses very much deeply connected with that inner movement towards our father and mother. What happens is there's a big energy that joins you, which can assist you. It's a big way. Joy enters into your life. With the joy, so many other things will come into our life. And thanks to you, sir, for sharing the second point. And what's the third point?
So before I come to third point, I would like to request you to call me Anil only. Don't call me sir. We have done meditation together in front of Buddha under the dome when you visited Nasik.
I remember, sir. Yes.
Yes. So please don't call me sir.
Okay,
I am your humble. Yeah, I am your humble student, sir. So please don't call me sir. So my third thing was about the second level of meditation we did day before yesterday.
Right.
I'm actually taking treatment for pain in my left hip bone and my left femur bone.
Okay.
Okay. So I wanted to know exactly what is that pain. So during the meditation process, after greeting, I asked him, "How are you?" And then he redirected me to my rectum and my intestine.
Mhm.
But I am coming from that point.
Right.
So I asked the rectum and intestine about the pain. And he took me to an event which had occurred 1.5 months back.
Mhm.
Now, in that event, which was basically had no concern with me, we had gone to some relatives, but they were from my wife's side, and I was just acting as a driver in that case. But some words that were spoken had triggered so much anger in me that I kept mum at that time, and for almost 3 days I did not speak anything.
Mhm.
And after some few days, I got constipation because I was not letting it go.
Right.
I was just sticking with the anger, for which I had to again take the medicines, and the medicines got my constipation clear, and that got let go. Okay, so it again directed me to the pain. So at the end, I just hugged him, just like a child. I said, "You are okay, fine. You are in safe hands and everything." I think our day before yesterday session ended at 9:30. After the session, I was feeling very comfortable.
Mhm.
And after that, we did dinner together, the family, and we were watching TV. And I was discussing with Swati about the experience during the meditation. And there was basically no pain. So at around 12:30, we decided to go to sleep. But I could not get up from the chair. It was so painful.
Right.
But I didn't know what happened. I could not take a step further. I had to take the help of Swati and my daughter to come to my bedroom. I could not sleep till 4:30 because of the pain.
Right.
At that time, I remembered that the doctor had prescribed me some medicine which was to be taken in the morning. So I took that medicine, and after some 1.5 hours or something like that, the sleep took over the pain, and I went to sleep. The next day, I was woken up at around 1:30 in the afternoon. That is yesterday.
Right.
At that time also, I was not able to walk.
Mhm.
So I had to go to the doctor, take a Wolverine injection, and come back. So that reduced my pain. Now, when my pain was reduced, I was thinking why this has happened. When I had released it yesterday, why this pain has again come up.
Yeah.
So I thought that there might be some another event also which is associated with that pain.
Right, sir. Right.
So I will again do the day before yesterday's meditation and again go through the entire process and see what is it that is causing that pain.
Perfect. Perfect. I think that's what sometimes we need to do, because this all recorded. It's there in the YouTube, and you can watch it, do the meditation again. And most of the bone related pains is related to the self devaluation conflicts. For example,
Yes.
for you, you touch the secondary feelings of anger and whatever that emotion that you felt in that particular
Yes.
situation. You could not let it go. Yesterday, you could release that, but it's only secondary feelings. But the primary feeling might be different. You might have gone through some self devaluation. It's like you are devalued or something, were put down or something like that. You need to track certain situations, because these conflicts already so much of research was done about these inner conflicts which generate certain symptoms, because it's all psychosomatic kind of medical procedures. What is our psyche that is storing the conflict, which is resulting into certain symptoms like bones related problems? It's a self-devaluation conflicts. So you can do the meditation again, sir. Look at that. What is that primal pain? What is the deeper pain at the emotional level, which you need to deal with that, and then you could let go of completely even the rest of the pain that you're still stored in the body.
Correct.
Thank you. Thank you,
sir. Thank you very much. Swati would like to talk. Swati would like to talk to you.
Okay.
Hello, sir.
Hello, madam.
Hello. I'm not taking much time. Thank you so much. Actually, I have done family constellation, past life regression, and so many modalities with you, and heal so many problems. I can heal. I can see my progress very faster now after money and spirituality workshop. And thank you so much for your guidance, and come to Nasik.
Thank you. Sure.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
So whenever you are.
Sure, sir. Sure. And now let's quickly, this time let's be quick sharing. Friends, Sapnali Chatia. Yes. Namaskar.
Namaste, sir.
Namaste.
Yes, so actually I have been doing, I have started some intense practices, including japa meditation and anapanasati also. Yes, since conjunction happened on December 2020, it changed something in me and triggered my spiritual sights and senses. So I started doing meditation daily for 3 to 4 hours and now for 5 to 6 hours constantly. I realized at the beginning that I felt a very strong activation in my root, then third eye, crown, and heart chakra. Heart is very expanded. And after I started anapanasati, what I felt is that my breathing is very unstable. I don't understand my breathing at all. I don't. Sometimes it is like dub 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 dub. Sometimes it is like dub 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 dub. And yesterday, I felt anger coming to the surface, intense anger, and it is now when Anil ji was sharing, I was contemplating a lot, and I felt like this anger is actually hurting me from inside. It is connecting to my breathing, and it is in the anapanasati. During the anapanasati, I felt a deep pain in my heart, and it is still on. So I don't understand how to release this anger. This anger is related to all the unfairness, all the injustice things that I have been seeing. I have been experiencing through my childhood till now. People being so judgmental, people being so dramatic, stupid sometimes.
Right.
And mainly the unfairness with women is actually hurting me.
Okay.
And I want to release this anger because it is a big blockage in my spiritual path.
Yeah.
And my life, I really want to achieve something in this life. If I'm not going to achieve anything, it is like very worthless life. I don't want to live. And sometimes in depression, I realized there is this one experience when I was totally depressed, completely depressed, and I called upon the darkness, and I consciously shifted. Sometimes it happens that astral traveling happens automatically, accidentally. I shifted to an extremely dark place, and I knew that there are so crawlers, all these things are there, and I was not scared. I made my mind that I want to just leave this body. And there's this golden naga that appeared, and he was looking at me intensely, and I was looking at him, And suddenly he said, "Do you really want to leave this body?" I said, "Yes." And suddenly I said, "No, I don't want to," in my mind. But the black sea came and it started to I started to move with its waves. And suddenly I looked at the Naga and he said, "Do you really want to leave?" And then I screamed, "No, help me." And he helped me. And I stayed in his arms for a long, long time. And after that, I did meditation, japa meditation. I sensed this beautiful energy in this meditation. I worship Lord Shiva, and he was hugging me, he was embracing me, he was doing everything to comfort me. Everything. So I really want to release this anger.
Right.
I want to release it.
Okay.
Help me. Yes.
That's thanks for sharing, Sapnali ji.
Thank you, sir.
Even you could be authentically share about what is being underneath the layers of your deeper mind. And you are so ready. That's why this you could now bring it up, these issues, because the issues, when they are not healed, when we don't heal the issues, they get into the tissues of the body. Issues in the tissues. It's good that at this age and very sincere practitioner of meditation, you are now addressing to these issues right now, when they are not in the chronic state, but in a very, very beginning stages. The anger is one of the biggest issues that mankind faces. Anger never serves any purpose. And I'm not telling you to suppress the anger, but instead, we need to understand what is the source of this anger. Already you started noticing that there is some kind of injustice and unfairness as woman, as a womanhood is being, not honored or disrespected. Mostly it happens in the world. And look at that, what's the root, how it is connected to your own personal history. And you need to go and track that significant memory right in the childhood or right in the past life, where what happened you see. After that, you need to see a karmic past life, because the law of karma is impartial. It brings up again the similar kind of situations. We have to complete the loop. So if there is a victim, there is also perpetrator. And if victim and perpetrator are not outside, actually, they are inside us. If we are going through some victimization process, it also means there is a perpetrator inside us, which is connected to a past life. It's so important that if we can also bring that aspect, accept that inner perpetrator, there's so much of forgiveness comes. This anger dissipates and dissolves within no time. You will embrace completely this world, and the world full of men also. Not only women, you will heal the relationship with men. So first start looking at your childhood. Initially, I recommend that, okay? Because you already have these tools, and today, whatever that we're going to do, the practice sessions, that also can be so useful to you. Thank you, Sapnali ji, for your sharing. Thanks for sharing. And can we have Deepak Sangai ji? Yes, namaskar, sir. Deepak ji.
Namaskar, sir. First, I really admire your ever-smiling face and the patience you have to listen to everybody, whatever time it takes. Sir, I am suffering from autoimmune disorder, and recently autoimmune disorder.
Autoimmune, okay.
Yeah, and recently I have been again diagnosed with tuberculosis of hand. Actually, I have been meditating since last August 20.
Okay.
I have been so far quite regular in doing meditation. Many times I do the breath work, I am unable to understand. My problems are increasing.
Okay.
Yeah, like health wise and all that. So in between now, my autoimmune disorder also, increased, and that's causing a lot of pain. So I just want to understand where am I going wrong, and what should I do, because I have been very desperately trying to see what way I can find a path for healing.
Okay. That's wonderful, Deepakji, for your steps that you are taking in this journey towards inner healing and inner transformation. And because this autoimmune disorder that you're mentioning, it brought you into this meditation field, path of meditation also, and it is opening the horizons of some unknown territory which you have never known before. That itself is one of the purposes of the illnesses, is it redirects us to the path of evolution, always path of self-growth. And somewhere you need to also look at the roots of this issue. Any issue has a root. For example, we have a weed and we pluck out the plant, just a stem and the woolly leaves. The weed will grow again. We have to uproot it from the roots. So you need to now check with the roots from where this autoimmune disorder has come from. The tool that can really help is meditation. If you are already started this, and please continue this practice. Sometimes if there is a chronic illness which is not getting healed, we need to give more time to ourselves. At least expand to 1 more hour, extend it to 1 more hour. And with the energy that we access during meditation, that energy will help you to even focus, explore what is the roots of this problem and issue. And the solution also will be presented by your own consciousness. Today, we'll be learning about one tool called the holographic health hologram, how to change the distorted holograms and into a health hologram. So that also will be very useful to you. But I recommend exploring the roots of this issue and initially try on your own. Only if it is you're not able to do it, you need to take some seniors' help in this field. So otherwise, it's always good to go on our own. There is a joy when you discover the solutions on all by yourself. Thank you, Deepakji, for sharing.
Thank you.
That's wonderful. So we'll have Mahesh ji.
Namaste, sir.
Namaste, sir. Namaste.
So thank you so much for giving me an opportunity to speak, sir. So I'll just tell you about my problem that I'm facing in brief. So since last 24 and a half years, I am having a headache. And at the time when when the headache started, so I went to Chennai and I saw a lot of neurologists in Calcutta. I stay in Calcutta. So they gave me different type of medications. So I went to Chennai and the doctors there said that you are suffering from some form of depression. So I told him, sir, I am in class 11 in my school. I taught my school in class 10. I am the monitor of my class. What makes you feel that I am in depression? So this was the exact way in which I questioned him. So what makes you feel that I am in depression? I don't feel by any sense I am in depression. He told, no, it is a panic disorder of a masked depression, which you don't understand, which is in your subconscious mind. So he gave me medication. I had no other alternative because the pain was too severe. And he gave me 7 to 8 sedatives per day and other medicines. So I used to sleep 20 to 23 hours a day. And I missed school for that time. So then what happened, after 6 months, I discontinued his medicines and I started other medications, but nothing came to my help, sir. Mm-hmm. In the meantime, I was very, very ambitious, sir. I really wanted to study and do well in life. So during my exam times, I used to take a lot of painkillers and study. I remember I did my CA. my CA law exam, I remember I took the highest 21 painkillers in a day, sir, which was 7 Combiflam, 7 Saridon, and 7 Calpol. But it was like I have to give in my best. Kuch bhi ho jaye. So that time I didn't realize that it could harm my body. So I continued on like this, sir. I completed my studies. Then I joined my family business. I got married. Then, sir, after 2-3 years of my marriage, I actually developed symptoms which were of depression. Like I developed a lot of fear, a lot of anxiety, and I had to go to psychiatrist, sir. And then they gave me so many medicines. Then I got myself treated at Bombay and all other places. And right now, sir, I'm having this headache. Very much it's there. And I'm having a lot of fear and palpitations. I'm taking 8 to 10 medications of antidepressants and 3 or 4 painkillers every day I'm taking, sir. And lastly, sir, I saw a pain specialist in Delhi. So he told me, you have to take this opioid painkiller. There's no way. If you have so much pain, you take this opioid painkiller, which also I took. But then I thought I would treat myself by meditation. So since the last 2 months, sir, I have been doing meditation, and I've increased the duration from 2 to 3 hours to 2 to 3 hours. And I feel, sir, when I'm able to do meditation, which also I'm not able to do every time, sir, because the pain sometimes is so severe for a whole day I cannot do anything. But when the pain is within its limit, then I do meditation for 2, 3, 4 hours, whatever time it's possible. So yesterday when we were doing that, sir, 2 incidents came to my mind, sir. The one incident was there in my conscious mind already because I had gone through this experience that before this headache started, a year before that, I was going on a rickshaw. I was going through a street. And there were some, it was a small street, and there were some local paragoons in that street. So they stopped the rickshaw and they said that if you want to go, you have to pay ₹5. So I protested. I told, why do we have to do that? Why do we have to pay? It's your father's road, kya? I used that word. This made him angry, and one of the guys came and hit me.
Right.
So after he hit me, I wanted to hit back, but there were so many people who admonished him, who shouted at that guy, and they took him away and they told me, okay, sorry, you go. You just leave from this place. So I came back. I never shared this incident with anyone. But this incident, sir, left a blot in my mind that, I could not retaliate.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this always remained in my mind. I could not retaliate. So this sometimes made me subconsciously, it made me unworthy of myself.
Right.
And second incident, sir, which actually came to my conscious mind yesterday was that, sir, when I was in class 6-7, there was a guy who was my senior. He hit me. I started crying. I went to class teacher and I complained to my class teacher. So my teacher said, I can't do anything. If he's hit you, you go and hit him. So I did not have the guts to go and hit my senior. Okay. So that also remained in my mind for a couple of years that I am not so courageous to go and hit someone back.
Right.
Then what happened, sir, when we came to class 10, I became the monitor of my class, and that boy who was my senior, he actually failed in the class. So he came in my own class, and I was the monitor of my class. And the masters and principals and teachers, they used to have me in very high respect because I always topped my class and everything. So sir, I realized that I had a tendency to complain against that boy, even though when he was not actually doing wrong. So that led to a couple of times parents call for that guy. Okay. So that time I felt, I am giving him back. But later on I realized, and yesterday more so I realized, sir, I realized the guilt of that. If he had done wrong to me, okay, if I could have hit him back, it was okay. But when I became the monitor, I used that opportunity against him. So there's something wrong which I did. So I felt very guilty regarding that, sir.
Okay.
So how to how to integrate these two things, sir?
Because
yesterday I accepted, I asked him for his forgiveness. I told, okay, I'm sorry. Whatever I did was wrong. I misused my position, and okay, let it be.
Yeah, because you already have these two situations where you identified these are the triggering events that triggered the whole thing, headache and pains and depression later on, and all that, everything started from there. So only thing is you need to complete them. The memories were so incomplete. For example, even the other situation which you're mentioning, it is still incomplete. Like guilt was still there, even though you said forgiveness. But the forgiveness, you could not forgive yourself. It's hard to forgive ourselves. Others we can forgive easily. But there is some more work that need to be done. For example, here, what is incomplete is you could not retaliate. You could not really bring yourself to that courageous step to, whatever that he has given, you could not do it back. That is one thing. Second is the guilt. Both the elements now, after completion of it, you can let go of these memories altogether from your subconscious mind. That's how.
Now that I realized those two things, I can just let them go.
Yeah, you need to let it go, because you looked at it. Now today, when we are doing the process work again, when we meditate, that time you can also use a new holographic method that we'll be using. You can change it, and finally you can let go of all that old, unuseful memories. Only thing is, we take the learning part. Even you have learned so many things from that. There's always a positive side to even many negative things. It might have cultivated certain other aspects of you because of that incident that happened. But see how much we carry even from that younger childhood, when you are just 11th standard, you said, right? 11th standard. Yeah, from that time, you carried like a heavy burden on your back. You carried the baggage on your back. It's so important to let it go. And really, meditation and the spiritual methods of healing they're very helpful. They're self-healing methods. You can use it. Today, you can.
Should I ask him for his forgiveness, sir?
Actually, you need to forgive yourself first, which you didn't do. That is what is the most, because he will forgive.
Yeah.
That's easy. First, forgiving your own self, being compassionate towards yourself is the most beautiful step in the healing process.
What, sir, if my subconscious mind is telling me that no, you were not brave enough to hit him back. You are not brave enough. It is coming up with that voice, sir. You are not brave enough. How do I accept that, sir?
So you just need to reframe.
Accept it, sir.
Reframe that memory. Just reframing is required. Reframe means see from a different perspective. In that particular situation, that boy who is studying 11th standard, he could, whatever best he could do, he did it. In that circumstances, where people taken away that man and many other people intervened in between, you could not do it. And also the second situation, you could not hit your senior. There's so many things, because that's not possible in that moment for you. We always do what is possible for us. We choose the best option available in our plate, in our menu of life. In that moment, the choice that you have taken is not to hit him back. Otherwise, it could have been worse. Maybe you would have been kicked out of the college because you hit the senior. It could have been a big issue. There's so many things that are possible. In that moment, whatever best possible options available to you, you picked it up. That is the best choice in that moment. That's why there's no regret about it. It's nothing to do with the bravery. But you acted little bit smart also in a way. Because if you had hit him, there could have been a different possibility, different situation.
Escalation, sir. Yeah, it could have been escalation.
Reframing is something very, very useful. We have to see the past in a different set of eyes. Then we completely change it. The whole energy of that past will change. You collect the whole essence, because past contributed some kind of wisdoms to us, some beautiful learning process. We always grow with our past mistakes and all that what we have learned from others, and everything, every situation, plus and minus, positive and negative, everything contributes for our growth. And after collecting the essence of that, we need to say goodbye to that past. We have to let it go of all the memories. Today you can do that, sir. Okay, Maheshji, thanks for sharing.
Sir, except than meditation, what else should I do, sir? Sir, I have decided one thing, sir. I just want to tell you one more thing, sir. I want to share, sir.
Sure.
In the last 25 years, sir, I have taken more than 25,000 painkillers. I have taken more than 15,000 antidepressants, and I have taken other medicines more than 25, 30,000. Like pantoprazole, I have been taking every day because of the severe gastritis issue and all that, sir. I have taken lots and lots of medicine.
Oh.
So one thing that I realized yesterday was something which one doctor also told me once. That, sir, I always used to say I'm feeling so much pain in my head. I feel like shooting myself. इसको ना सर एक्चुअली आई सेड इट टू माय वाइफ कि ना मेरा मन करता है कि मेरा गर्दन ही काट दो, झमेला ही खत्म हो जाए.
Right.
Yesterday what happened, sir, I felt gratitude towards every part of my body. I felt gratitude towards my kidneys. I have heard that 3-4 combiflams a day can cause kidney damage. I have taken so many in so many years, yet every organ of my body is functioning healthy. I have put on so much of painkillers that doctors have said it could be a painkiller induced headache, overuse headache. So, and I have put so much pressure on my brain, sir. There was a time I was so anxious. I just used to think and think and think when I entered this phase. So I thanked my brain. I thanked my muscles of my head that I have put so much onslaught on you, so much thinking on you, so much pressure on you, and you all have tolerated it. I'm still able to do my profession. I'm still able to do everything that I want to do. Obviously, when the headache is not there. So I felt thankful towards every part of my body, sir. And one more thing, sir, I felt, sir, maybe this came to me so much, sir, because now I am completely into meditation, sir. And I have decided, sir, when I get well, it's not a question of if, it's a question of when. I know when I get well, sir, I will devote my life completely like you have been devoting to this field, sir. Because if meditation can take away my pain of 25 years, sir, there could be many people who are having pain like me. So I would just like to, give myself to service in every way that I can.
That's amazing, sir. Amazing. So pain, physical pain is nothing but an emotional pain, which we carry from the emotional memories, loaded memories, which were not yet completely reconciled with. So those unprocessed, unresolved, unfinished, incomplete memories, that emotional pain results into physical pain. So you also mentioned that these painkillers did not help at all so far. Temporarily, they were helping you.
Yeah.
You be thankful for all the temporary help so that you could survive so far. But now we need to look at, what is the, a forever solution, a permanent solution, rather than looking at a temporary solution. Thanks for sharing all the experiences, sir. Thank you.
I should just meditate, sir. I should focus on meditation, sir.
Yes, focus on meditation. Meditation is the best healer in the world. And there are millions of people around the globe who could heal and transform. Thank you.
Sir.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. So the next sharing, Ushaji. Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Pronouns. My heart is filled with gratitude for all the knowledge that is being, flowing through you to all of us, and we are being, abundantly blessed with all that you're trying to impart in these sessions. There are a few things which I would like to share about the experience. It so happened that, I do a little bit of meditation. That's what I feel. And it's been for many years now. And 1 month back, me and my friend had visited Pyramid Valley long back. I stay in Bangalore. And suddenly 1 month back, I had this image of Pyramid Valley as soon as I got up. And I was wondering, what is this? I've never done a pyramid, Anapana, Sati meditation. I do a different type of meditation. It's been for a long time. Then I said, no, there is something it's telling me. Let me see. And I'm a biology teacher. I work as a teacher. And in the course of the time, I was just browsing, and then I came up. Suddenly, this video pops up of Patriji. And I just go into that meditation. And then slowly it led to that awakening, that 40 days of your this one. And my friend forwarded Iteshji's that session. And I just do that, and then it continues, and I felt such a peace in my heart. And then 1 week back, I was just contemplating on this self-healing thing. I wanted, something to come to me where I can heal myself. And here I am. And that too from the master himself. And I'm so grateful for that. And the session on death urge and life urge, that was so empowering. I never thought there was something like that, and I always had this lot of fears in me, as you said. And these 2 days have been such a revelations for me, and all my questions in my meditation are being answered in such a wonderful way, and in such a simple way, and in such a positive way. Generally what happens is, when we are into this journey, and when we don't have a mentor who will be able to handhold us and clear our doubts or clear our mind with all that which is happening with us, it becomes very difficult to move in that path. And today, and all these 2 days has been such a wonderful thing. And being a biology teacher, I'm thoroughly enjoying all that you're sharing. And epigenetics, genetics is my favorite subject, and it's really helped me. And exactly this death urge and the life urge, I could see that shift today itself. It's I embraced life. I looked into that when you said whatever was being told, which came through you, I could visualize, and I just said, okay, I'm going to embrace life now. I'm going to do. I have a lot of unfinished job to do, to be completed, and it just infused me with so much of vitality, And from morning, it's aha. kind of a thing. So many things are happening around me, and but then I'm saying, okay, that's okay, kind of a thing. And thank you so much for it. And I've known you, I've heard about you almost some 20 years back, but then God has blessed me to, interact with you. Now maybe I'm ready. So the master is up here. And thank you so much. Thank you very much.
Ushaji, that's wonderful. Thanks for sharing. Oh, wow. That's wonderful. You got everything, actually.
Yes.
All that what you need to receive.
Absolutely. And only thing that was, resonating in my mind was just receive what is giving. Just receive what is giving. Just receive what is giving. That's what is happening. So, hurry.
Thank you. Right now, Shravya. Right, can we have Shravya? Shravya ji, namaskar. You can unmute.
Yeah, namaste.
Yes.
My name is Shravya, and I'm 17 years old. Actually, I'm suffering from an autoimmune disease, which is called a systematic lupus erythematosus, since I was in 6th grade. And recently, I even got diagnosed with hypertension. So I've been suffering with this, but I wouldn't call it a suffering also, because I've actually known the reason for why it has come. Because of my childhood, that my mother and my father were a little immature when I was born. So basically, my mother wasn't aware of how to treat me exactly. So and yesterday when I have done the meditation, which was we have to go to the triggering point, I actually went to the triggering point, which was that in the bedroom, my mom was there and I was there. Because of some conflict between my parents, my mom came to me, and then she released her anger on me, saying that you are useless and you shouldn't have been born or something like that. So after that, I just kept on crying that day. Then later, my father used to be using this painkiller pills, because he had gone, he had met with an accident at that time. So we had to use some painkiller pills. So without knowing, because my mother had rejected me, in an unknowing state, because I was immature at that time, I had taken those pills. So it was basically like self-poisoning, that I have been taking that pills for quite many days. Then later after that, I got sick. And then when I felt sick, I started having pains in the muscles and in the bones, and I started having rashes in one area, and they used to disappear by next morning. My father thought maybe because I was malnutritioned or something, and that was the point I got attention. So I was seeking for attention since the very young age, and to be honest, before, when I used to speak of these memories or something like this, I used to just keep on crying. When I have done the 40 days meditation course also, Dr. Preeti had taken us to the trauma stage. That day I have shared my experience, and I kept on crying that day. So later she suggested that try to heal yourself, try to go to that child and talk to her and tell that it's okay. I have done that, and I felt a kind of relief, and I was able to come out of that trauma that a little bit. But still, I know there is some part of me which doesn't want to share, or I never shared this with anyone except for the trust I got after I did the meditation with Dr. Preeti, that I felt some urge from within that maybe I should share with her, maybe she could help me in some sort of way. And my father was also very, at the first time he came to know that I was diagnosed by SLE, he got scared. He got into a panic mode that why it is my daughter, why not anyone else. We have tried for many Ayurvedic things and all, but I was never, I was happy to get this for some reason, because I started getting attention from my parents, and my father started caring for me more. My mother stopped hitting me. My mother stopped scolding me. And it was like I was getting all the attention which wasn't there since I was born. And all the relatives and everyone were very happy to have my presence or something like that. And everyone used to be like so kind and so caring. But later in this few years, I understood that it's not that everything comes for a reason, but it doesn't mean that I should always be living with this, because I take around 10 tablets a day for keeping my body working, and it's not good at this young age. And also because of the steroids, I was not able to grow my height, and plus there was a growth suppressant. So I'm not like the other friends who are very tall or something, but I don't reject that. It's all because I have done it with my own hands, and I believe that I can reverse it too. So
wow, Shravyaji, wonderful. You already know the roots of the issue, the problem, where it is coming from. So sometimes we keep the illness with us because we are getting some gains out of the illness. They are called as secondary gains. Like we get a lot of attention when we have illness. And we also don't need to take certain responsibilities of life. May not be for you, but some other people, they keep the illness because they don't want to take certain responsibilities. Or they can say, they can find an excuse. Oh, I have knee pain. Don't you know? I can't work in the home. Please don't give me that work. We have an excuse. So the illness, sometimes we keep that because of secondary gain. And thanks for sharing out this. And now, I think we have to mute. Someone is, yeah. Right. Yeah. So, I think someone. Yeah, that's good. Right now, that's better. So, after realizing about this, you can have the attention of your mother and father. Okay, you can ask for them their love, and ask for their time. Time and attention. And sometimes when a child sees that parents are quarreling, arguing, fighting, having conflicts, what happens? The child will not get enough attention, enough time from the parents. Time is love for child. Attention is self-worth for a child.
Actually, my mother also shared that when she was young, because of her elder sister, she used to not be treated well often. So she wasn't taken care when she was young. And to be honest, maybe because I have seen all this, my father always says I'm much more mature than my age and I can actually handle any kind of situation now, whatever it is. But the thing was, when I was young, I wasn't brave enough, or maybe I wasn't matured enough to handle such type of things. But now I can even understand my mother. I can actually talk to her, tell her what it is.
Excellent. Because sometimes we judge our parents because certain situations happened, and then, for example, mother hitting us, immediately we judge mother. Oh, mother is immature, father is immature, I'm more mature than them. We make ourselves bigger than our parents, but a child is a child. We can never become bigger than our parents.
Yesterday I shared my mother that this was the triggering point. I shared to my mother. My mother was like, she told that she had some conflicts, her inner conflicts or something. But then she told, though she used to hit me, I used to always support her, whatever might be the situation. She used to be surprised that I'm treating this child like this, but still she's never going apart from me, nor is she rejecting me. She's always with me, supporting me and saving me from whatever is the situation.
Because you loved your mother so much, and inside you you have so much of love, and you sometimes children, they blame themselves. I might be wrong, I am wrong, that's why my mother is hitting me.
I do that much more often. I mean, I don't know, I don't like to blame others, but then I'm ready to take the blame on myself, but I don't like to blame others.
Now you have to reverse, Shravyaji, all these things, what you have recognized, noticed, you have to undo, turn it around. First, give yourself the attention.
Okay.
So don't expect now even from your parents or anyone else, because you have that consciousness, a larger consciousness, which can give attention to the child part of you, the younger version of you who missed all the attention. And nobody else really, their attention can heal this inner child of you, the child within you. It's so essential that you can be there for yourself now. It does not mean that you should not be dependent. When you are actually caring for yourself, paying attention to yourself, what happens is you draw like a magnet all the attention from the universe. Everyone will become your friend. They will pay attention to you.
Okay.
So when we change something internally, and the whole world, universe responds to that change. Okay. And you can heal your chronic condition that you've been experiencing from childhood, and reverse everything. And we wish you all the best, because you have the tools, and take help if you require help from Dr. Preeti. Continue to take some more support if you require. Okay.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Shravyaji, thank you. Thank you so much for sharing.
Thank you so much.
That's wonderful. Wonderful. That's wonderful. Friends, because some more sharings we can do after some certain things are shared with you. Maybe a little bit break, maybe 5 minutes break, will be recharged, and we'll come back again fresh, and we'll start. After that, I'll give a slot to again share. Okay, we can share again. And Veenaji, can you play some?
Yes, sir, I am doing that.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Welcome, friends. Welcome you all. So now we are going to focus on the topics for today, and after some time I'll give chance for sharing, and we keep sharing. Today I planned more time for sharing, so we come to learn through sharing a lot through sharing. So friends, today we will learn about the holographic field, how these holographic fields work. The topic for today is this hologram. We all know that there is a macrocosm and there is a microcosm. A big banyan tree is residing in a small seed of banyan tree. The whole universe is there in one single cell of our body. So this concept is called microcosm and macrocosm are there within each other. In the microcosm, all that entire blueprint of the macrocosm is there. So as above, so below. As within, so without. So from childhood, we have gone through several situations. Childhood is the place where we can recall easily, but when we come to know about our womb memories, we do not know. We have forgotten about it. But during meditation, one can access the memories from our womb, in utero states of the mother. When mother is carrying us during those 9 months, all that is imprinted on us, we can also look at those memories, fetal memories. And also what happened when you are in another time, another body, another time period, another century, far long back. It could be 2000 years back that you are in a different continent, a different country, and different body, and man, woman, different bodies we have. And we have gone through certain experiences, many experiences. So even those memories also we carry within us. So friends, during the holographic field, we look at all the distorted holograms. So here, the information is stored in us in this microcosm, in this blueprint that we are carrying inside us. In our soul, the Jivatma carries all that what we have gone through, all the past experiences, everything is stored. In the scientific terminology, we may call it as actually subconscious mind. But the subconscious mind is linked with our, the subtle bodies. For example, the etheric body, astral body, causal body, the links are there with the subtle bodies. We have the access to the information. If you can open your subconscious mind, generally it won't open easily. Only in the dream states, we dream, the subconscious content is coming out, spilling over. Or else in meditation, sometimes we access that information, or else in certain times when you are in an altered state or heightened awareness states, like singing, and you are in nature, you are in certain situations of life, suddenly you recall certain things happened in the past. Otherwise, we don't have access to subconscious mind. We have totally forgotten. It does not mean that you have deleted those files, all the memory files. They're still intact. Every memory that you have gone through in the past it stays in the subconscious mind. Not only we have subconscious mind, which is linked with the subtle bodies, we have superconscious mind as well. So the mind can be divided into the three segments. Conscious mind, which is we are using it to make conscious choices. We have conscious perceptions. We are processing a lot with a conscious mind. But the subconscious is the repository or the storehouse of all the memory records. And the last one, the superconscious mind, is the one which is connected to much more higher nature of us, like higher intellect of us and higher information that is not accessible from any other source. So this superconscious mind, after you process subconscious content, you are now ready to take a step, a leap into your superconscious mind and your superconsciousness, the expanded states of awareness, all that happens. So many times after so many years of meditation, you will be able to clean. There's an inner cleansing process during meditation. It happens. People, they go through what is called antara suddhi, inner purification. All that, whatever that baggage you have been carrying so far, emotional baggage, and all the thoughts and beliefs and memories which are affecting you even in the current life, all that after sincere practice of meditation, you will start clearing those memories. They will start really being, cleaned. You process them. But some, we don't do that. Even we are meditating also, we don't do that. We can't let go easily. That's why these additional tools we are having right now, because it's not easy to let go of our past. Though we say in the words, oh, let go of your past, we are give advice to the people, oh, past is gone, it's gone. And past is gone, but it's not really gone. Your subconscious mind is still clinging to all the fears, everything, all the stuff that happened in the past. It's so important. Consciously, you need to coach, teach your subconscious new skills, new information need to be fed to our subconscious mind. That's how you let go of the whole past. Then we also get into the new territory, what is called superconsciousness of us, which has access to supracausal body or universal cosmic body or the nirvanic body. This superconsciousness is what we are all awaiting for, to experience that. All the spiritual growth, real growth happens after Antar Suddhi. The next step is your Antar Siddhi, Antar Gyan, and all that happens. It unfolds later on. But we can't take a bypass mechanism. Many try to bypass these steps. Essentially, they want to just bypass the subconscious. All that what we went through, all that history of us, it still holds us back unless we consciously say goodbye to it. We look at it. We need to look at and make peace with the past, whole past. Whatever is incomplete, we have to complete that. Whatever is need to be resolved, need to be resolved. Then nothing holds us back. We can move forward. The whole objective of these tools that we are learning here is about that. It's nothing to glorify about our past, but we are diagnosing first what's happening right now, what is the cause for it, what is the root cause, the conflict, where this conflict is generated in the past. So once we track it, then we process that whole information. So in the past, we have formed some kind of distorted holograms. We carried some information. For example, some carry unworthiness as a distorted hologram. So if they look at all the memories of the past, they see every memory is always conveying this message, oh, I'm unworthy, not good enough. Some people, they carry betrayal. many betrayals that happen in many memories repetitively. Some carry abandonment as a story. Many memories of abandonment, rejection, or it could be something else. So you find there is a theme, there is a pattern which is repeating again and again, over and again, because something is, frozen as a distorted hologram. Otherwise, we are all divine beings. We are all such complete, total beings. Remember one of the Shanti mantras from the Upanishads. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnat Mudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Mavishishrasate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. That means you are Purnam. From Purnam, anything is deducted or added or subtracted, multiplied, Purnam remains Purnam. You are always Purnam. That is the eternal truth. But the distortions happen in the mind, in the subconscious mind. We carry these distortions. These distortions play such an important role in our life because they keep making us experience patterns, undesirable things, unwanted stuff, many things. We don't want to experience these illnesses and these pains and these, dysfunctional relationships or povertized states. We don't want to, but there is a distorted holograms which need to be now looked at and corrected, change the holographic field. That distorted hologram is nothing but an information field which you are carrying inside you. There is a crystallized, frozen information which you are carrying. That's called distorted hologram. As within, so without. Whatever you are carrying so far within you, that will be replayed again and again as a repetition. So now, let me share again. These distorted holograms can be formed. Yesterday also we looked at it, either from the childhood, different places, different sources. Second is the womb memories. And the third place, we have to look at it transgenerational. Some of the family tree memories. We also carry many genetic memories, which are, we are very helpless regarding that. So illnesses and psychological traits, and including psychiatric illnesses, which runs in the family tree. We don't know why it is running like that. And we understand it through the spiritual lens. We understand it differently, totally. It's a distorted holographic field. Another biggest source is a past life source. So these are the four important areas where we look at it regarding the distorted holograms. Then our goal is now to correct those holograms because we want to experience something different now. We don't want to repeat the same old past. We want to change the past, repetition of the past. So today, we are going to do this beautiful process. I will share with you all the steps. So actually, I want to share, I kept one slide about this transgenerational case study of issues of self-hatred and guilt. A woman who had this issue of self-hatred and guilt. And she always had this recurring thought, it's all my fault, I'm a terrible person. So I kept these pictures for an important reason here on the screen, in the slide. There's a kitten that is there, and also this is a woman. When she was 11 years old, she experienced something very, very significant memory. When she was 11 years old, she, by mistakenly, she has placed her foot on the kitten, small baby kitten, and the head of the kitten was crushed and the kitten died. After that, she felt so much guilt and she blamed herself. I'm a terrible person. I'm a guilty one. I caused, so much pain to this kitten and lost its life. That's the first thing you can see in this chart. The woman, there's a kitten which died because of her at 11 years age. The woman was 11-year-old and she was a girl. At that time it happened. And then at 20th year, something else happened. You can see the mother in the circle here and the father in the square. And at 20th year, that day she had an argument with the father that evening. And it's like a strong argument. The father had to bring medicines for the wife, for her mother. So he went to the market to bring the pharmacy to bring the medicine because she had some asthmatic problem. And the wife requests the husband to bring some medication because it's missing in the home. So in the middle of the night, he was driving his car and there was a car crash that happened, a car accident, and dad died. And at 20th year, this woman experienced again the similar kind of feeling guilty that day she had, because she felt responsible. Somewhere, I am the one, because I argued with my father, I confronted with my father, and this conflict might have created this situation where my father lost his life. So even the mother in that moment felt very guilty. Exactly the same feeling, feels guilty and that she is a terrible person. You can see that above this mother-father chart, you can see the grandparents. There are grandmother, there's an into mark there. And when grandmother was, around 20 years age, and grandma has a boyfriend, and so that boyfriend was angry at the father. That means grandmother's father. He shot him. He died. And the grandmother at exactly 20th year, she felt, I'm guilty, I'm a terrible person. So you can see the repetition of this number 20 always in the family tree, and also 11 number 11. Next slide, we can see the little bit of history that happened, whatever I shared with you right now. At age 11, the client accidentally stepped on a kitten's head, killing it. Grandmother's boyfriend shot and killed grandmother's father. Grandmother was 20-year-old. The same grandmother was killed in a car crash when client's father was 11-year-old. So 11-year-old, again, note it down, that 11-year-old. At age 20, the client had an argument with his father, means the current woman, the woman who has this self-hatred and guilt. She had an argument and the father was going in the car and there was a car wreck and accident. And mother sent father out to get her prescription and he's killed. That's why mother also felt I'm terrible and I'm guilty. So this is the family history when I tapped into that. And, this is the chart. So this is so clear. There is a repetition. There is a distorted holographic field that is established here. And there is a repetition of the same theme. You can find it. So you'll be astonished if you draw your own genogram, your family tree, representing your mother, father, and just do some kind of research. What happened in the other generations? So, for example, in my family tree, I came to know that my grandfather died and when my father was 2-year-old. My grandfather's age at that time was 26 years. And when I reached 26 years, there was strong death urge. I literally went through near-death experience when I reached to 26 years. And my younger brother reached 26 years, he committed suicide. And I could see the repetition of this number, 26 years. And my father was 2 years old when his father died. My grandfather was 26 years old at the time. So my father was 2 years old. When I was 2 years old, I was sent to my grandmother. So I was completely disconnected from my father and mother as well. So you find this sequence, the repetition of the same theme in the family tree. This is called distorted holographic field. If I don't become conscious of it and do something about it, it again repeats in many other generations because there's a astral energetic template is formed. Yesterday I was talking about unconscious loyalties. We are very loyal to our previous generations. It's there, even though we don't believe it. We are very loyal to our family system. We carry the burdens. We are very loyal. We carry their pains, illnesses, and death urge, and so many things. Particularly the number repetition is most common, friends. The sequence of the numbers and also the places. So much of research was done by this biologist Rupert Sheldrake about morphogenetic fields, and he noticed that there is a highly accidental prone zones. There is a high possibility that the car accidents happen in that zone. Always they keep the big signboard that there is accident prone zone. Because already after many incidents, situations that occurred where the accident happened, many deaths happened, there's an energetic template there. There's a distorted holographic field. So many people, they repeat this pattern. You will find, if you do a little bit research about your own family tree, you will be surprised to find certain interesting things. So these traumatic repetitions, the three possible mechanisms. One is biological. Epigenetic tags create gene chemical changes that can span generations. Mostly this genetic transmission through DNA and RNA material, it happens. But if you right now bring a different kinds of thought process into you reframe your beliefs, and you change your own inner attitude, what happens is you affect your genetic expression and even the genetic transmission. Our future generations can receive something new information instead of all the baggage, all the past, which is unhealthy way it is being transmitted. Through this new branch of science, through these new tools that are available, the new age tools with us, we can actually stop that. And unconscious loyalty is another thing which I talked about. It members in a family system share the suffering, unconsciously repeating misfortunes, difficulties, unresolved traumas. So the great principle from Carl Gustav Jung, a Swiss psychologist who is a student of Sigmund Freud, he said, whatever is not made conscious will be re-experienced as fate. If you make your unconscious material conscious, then it heals. Otherwise, it can become of fate because we repeat the same thing over and over again. So friends, today in this technique of holographic field where we are shifting the whole energy field, we'll be using the 9-step process. There are 9 steps in it. You can write it down because it's so helpful. Later on, you can repeat this. I keep sharing this to so many thousands of people so far. It helped them immensely. This can be applied to so many other areas of our life as well. Not only the health, it could be even relationship issues or other issues of your life. You can use this. So the first step is focus your attention on your issue. If it is a health issue right now, focus on your health issue. Be specific. What is the issue that you are focusing right now? Give all your attention to it. That's the first step. Okay. After that, you can note it down. And the second step is locate and feel it in the body. Because whatever that we focus upon, we can also have the bodily correspondence. Immediately it has a resonance effect in your body. You feel it in the body too. That's why you locate it in the body and feel it in the body. Whatever that issue that you have right now, health issue or relationship issue or issue about the money or could be anything else, locate where it is located in the body. Where are you storing this issue? Feel it in the body. And then we're going to quantify right now because we want to know how much is the intense is the issue, how much big is the issue, how small is the issue. We want to quantify it. So what we do is we ask these questions. Number one is describe about it. The third thing, is it deep or superficial? So you'll find that there is, for example, someone is focusing on their example of maybe migraine, say the health issue of migraine, okay? The migraine which has the constant splitting headache, they have all the symptoms of nausea sometimes. So this migraine, they're focusing upon it. And then they feel it in the body. They feel right there in the head. Right? Migraine is in the head, so they experience it there. They also feel it is being radiated, broadcasted, even radiated to a little bit into the neck area. Also, some people, they may say it. So locate and feel it in the body. And sometimes when you're feeling it, you will also notice, is it stabbing like pain or is it like a something twisting pain? What kind of pain is it? Is it deep or superficial? We want some description about it. So you will notice, is it superficial? If they're saying superficial, it means the issue is not so deep. It's superficial issue. You can deal with it easily. If it is deep, that means you have to probe. You have to explore a little bit. There's a deeper intervention that is needed from your side. So this is so important to understand. Is the issue deeper where you feel it in the body? Is it deep in the body? Deep, where do you feel this sensation in the body? And is it deep? Is it superficial? And then, is it heavy or light? Sometimes they may say it is light, or they may say it is normal, or is it heavy sensation. Then, is it bigger than the body or smaller than the body? You want to know, if they say it's bigger than the body, then we know that the issue is really bigger. And what would be the color of it? Because every issue that we feel in the body and also in our mind, there is a certain color it has got. We say, in our spiritual science field, that every emotion has got its own color. Red with anger, and blue with depression, green with enviousness, yellow with fever, yellow with fear. When someone is fearful, their aura changes, electromagnetic field around them is changing into more of a dull yellow color. And also some people for angry, and it's a muddy red color, not the bright red, muddy red color. And these colors, emotions have some colors. In the same way, whatever issue that we are carrying, when we are also feeling it in the body, when you're quantifying all that, and there's a color. If you look at that issue, right there, you feel it in the body, and there would be the color. And if you give a color to it, what is the color that you would be giving to it? That's an important thing, because we want to know the form of it also, know the color of it also. Because the last question is, what would be the shape, form, and image of it? If you ask these questions, many people, they describe, okay, this migraine is like with spiky ends, like a thorny and irregular and which has red in color. They may give the description. It is deep, it is very heavy, it is bigger than the body. Now you have the old quantification of the issue. And now, after you write down these things, we'll go to the fourth point. Okay, friends, shall I go ahead to the next? You can give me a thumbs up a little bit. Yeah, that's very good. Thank you. And the fourth one is detach it from the body and see it in front of the eyes. This step is so important. Why? Because this issue that you are now feeling it in the body inside you, and you quantified it, you have a description about what this issue is, the problem is, and you're detaching it from the body. This step is making you understand you are not the issue, you are separate from the issue. There is an issue in your life. That does not mean that you have an issue. Your consciousness has no issues at all. It is all the time, it is free from everything. Only as long as we are identified with it, it stays with us. So detach it from the body and see it in front of your eyes. Now, the migraine person who said, this is the place where I feel this, and this is the red color, this is the thorny end, and it is irregular shaped, and I feel deep, heavy, and it is bigger than the body. Detach now from the body and see it in front of the eyes. You see that picture, that form and shape, the thorny and irregular and in front of the eyes, as if you're seeing a person there, as if you're watching something in front of you. You are not that, what you're seeing, that you are observing that. This is the fourth step. So you are detaching it from the body and see it in front of the eyes. Once you're ready, we go to the fifth step, because every step is important in this process. How to shift the old distorted hologram. This is an issue, a problem, or something that erupted in our life is actually, it is repeating itself sometimes in our life because there is a distorted hologram. There is a thought process, there is a memory attached to it, there's emotions attached to it, all that. We can shift it, the whole thing. And the fifth important point is we give a symbolic image. Right now, already the symbolic image of that migraine, which I mentioned, maybe somebody is seeing this kind of image, they're giving symbolic image. Like red color borders and with the thorny ends and irregular shape, like amoeba has no shape. It can form metamorpho, it can take any shape. So in the same way, you're giving this a symbol for the illness that you have, health issue you have. And you're detached it from the eyes. And now we are going to fifth step is dialogue with this color, form, and image. You have an inner dialogue with it. Just like yesterday, we dialogued with the body, we dialogue now with this color, form, and image which is there in front of you. Why we are doing it is we are developing this understanding what it is. We want to know why this is there, this issue, health issue. What is it? What is the distorted hologram which created this health issue, this problem? We want to know about it. So you will be asking questions about what is the story, just like how you ask the body in the same way, you ask what is the message that you want to give to me? What is the history? What is the story behind the story? So it tells so many things. This distorted holographic field, which is there in front of your eyes, which can convey to you what it is, why it is there. Allow past impressions to surface during this time. So from your subconscious mind, all that will come to crystal clarity in front of your eyes. It's like how you watch a movie in a theater in the same way. Sometimes some people who are not visual people, they get the kinesthetic impressions. They feel them. The story, some people, they have access to it through inner knowingness. So when you ask the question about why are you there, what are you reminding me of, what is the purpose why you are here, then you get these all the past impressions, emotionally significant memories, which created this distorted holographic field. So the next is the sixth step is so important. What is the message, lesson, or positive intent behind this negative issue, negative problem that I'm going through? Because behind every problem, there is a positive intent. Behind every negative thing that has occurred in our life, there is a positive message for us. Sometimes we are so much, drowned in the problem, in the emotional energy of that problem, and it engulfs us. We can't see the positive intent or positive message of that situation. So it's so important because this can turn around everything, the entire distorted hologram. What is the message, lesson, positive intent behind this negative event? And write down this sixth step. And the seventh, so there is a positive intent behind every negative event that happened in our life. So remember the yin yang symbol from China, from Taoist masters. There's a black dot in the white and there's a white dot in the black. They complement each other. So even there's a profound message even from the most negative event that happened in our life. It also contributes for something growth process to us. What is that positive contribution of this negative situation that occurred in the past? This is going to change. For example, some people have gone through so much of difficulties in the childhood. They can't make peace with their past. And but there is a purpose that emerges from their past. Why purpose emerges from the past is because the painful past, which makes them decide that I will see that nobody goes through this kind of pain. Now, the pain of the past have become purpose now to serve to the mankind. The pain has triggered them to decide that I make sure that the society, the community will be transformed in this way and they will not go through this, whatever I have gone through in my life. Let me do my bits. Let me do my part. Take my responsibility in this. So there's a positive intent behind every negative event. So this is the sixth step. Then seventh step, transforming the old image to a different color, form image, new image, which is going to represent freedom from the limitation. So image shifting is so beautiful and easy. We can do like how children, they playfully do that. They, after drawing a picture, they don't like that picture, they erase. They have eraser, rubber. They erase and they draw a new picture. We can always do that. The old image, which is representing all the distorted holographic informational field, can be completely transformed into something new, which is symbolically representing freedom. Freedom from the health issue, freedom from the relationship issue, freedom from poverty issues. So this is the transformation part. This is the seventh step. So here, what we're doing is, for example, symbol of your health is this. The symbol of the illness is like what I have shown before. the image, like a symbolic image of this illness with red borders and spiky ends, thorny ends, and irregular shape. And this is a symbolic image of the illness. And you're transforming it as symbol of health, like a radiating sun and a tree and a picture of a tree and a flowing river. You're creating the new picture, new image. What is happening when you're shifting this image is you're shifting the whole energetic field of you. All the past, whatever the hologram that is frozen, which is distorted, you're shifting it to a new health hologram. So this is the symbol of your health, which is now you're making it bigger. This is actually the next step. Let the old image merge into the new image. You merge these two images, the old image and new image. Make that old image smaller in size and let that merge into the new image. This is the 8th step. We minimize, make that old image, which is representing the distorted hologram, into a minuscule, a particle, and we dissolve into the new image. Make that new image bigger and occupying the whole mind screen, bigger than that. You can blow it up and see it in front of your eyes like a huge one. You're shifting your whole holographic information field, your thoughts, your emotions, your past information, all that. And then 9th step is bring now this transformed color, shape, new form into the body. So for example, you felt it before in certain part of the body, you bring it now into that part of the body. For example, migraine person may bring it into the head. You might have felt it in the stomach. You bring it into the stomach now, the new image. You have the new sensation. Instead of pain, you feel the different sensation in your body. So this is the 9th step, friends. You can write it down. So like you bring it, the new image into new form into your body, because that's how you also bring it into a tangible, physical form of you, physical body of you, so that you can experience right inside your body. You shift that medical condition, health issue, or you also transform that issue, that relationship issue or poverty issue, or could be any other issue that you have. So these are the 9 important steps. Illness senses and a quest for health, and that quest ultimately leads us to the realization of ourself, a grand self, a magnificent self. That's why many, after the illness comes, they come into spiritual path also, because they first initially go to all doctors, everywhere, they search, everywhere they go. Finally, they come back to their own selves. Look within to find the solutions. So right now, friends, what we can do also is if you have understood this, if you have 1 or 2 questions regarding this concept, otherwise we'll go into practicals. We can do this practice. It takes approximately 15 minutes to conduct this process. And so any questions regarding this process, you can let me know. Let me highlight RN Kameshwarji. Yes. Yes, sir. Kameshwar.
Yeah, I wanted.
Namaskar.
Namaskar. I wanted you to repeat that color you said, no? Yellow is fear.
Right. Okay. Okay. These are color of the aura that changes according to our emotional state. For example, red with anger. Whenever we are anger, that's why when our person is very angry, you can see their blood flow in their face, and their eyes become red. Oh, red eyes. Angry eyes. Oh, that person is very angry now. If a fair person becomes angry, we can see that very clearly on the face. And blue with depression. When that's why we say literally in the language, English language, low. Blues. Somebody is in blues, means depressed states, very depressed states. This is a dull blue, not like a sky blue or bright blue colors, but it is a very muddy color of this kind of distorted blue. And then green with enviousness. When we are jealous or envy, we have this green, muddy green color. And then yellow, pale yellow, which is not so nice color, but I am talking of not bright yellow, but it's a pale yellow, which is fear. When someone is shrunken, there's a fearful situation. Their aura immediately, you can find this. If you take a Killian picture, a Killian photography, you will have a different color there. So even when we are looking into this hologram, distorted hologram, it has a color to it. There is a color. Some people who are not able to find a color give color to it, because that's how we process. We can go through different steps in the process. Thanks for this question, sir.
When somebody is happy, then what is the color?
When happiness is there, always mostly it is either it is bright colors like white or golden yellow, or the highest levels of happiness, unconditional love, and the joy, we say bliss and all that. These are the higher colors, higher vibratory colors. Or it could be even violet, purple, violet. It's a beautiful
violet. That is
violet. Yes.
It is crown chakra also, no? Violet.
Crown chakra, yes, because they are the higher emotions. The lower base emotions always has these lower muddy colors, but the higher has a different colors.
Thank you, sir.
Wonderful. Thank you very much. Wonderful. So let's have Swati Priyadarshini ji. Yeah. Any question regarding this holographic information field?
Yes,
after that,
Only one question. Due to migraine, I visualize myself as a thorny cactus, green color thorny cactus. That is my distorted.
Okay. Distorted. Yes. Oh, that's perfect. You got the image already. That's perfect. We're going to do the process work, and then we can totally transform it. Before doing that transformation part, we need to understand what is the positive message behind the negative thing. And also let all the past impressions surface, and we have to say goodbye to all the past. Let them come in front of your eyes, and like a river carrying all that junk, sometimes where there's a flood coming, all that garbage and everything will be, taken by the waters. They'll be flushed out. In the same way, we allow all the past impressions to be surfacing in our consciousness, and we say goodbye. Let it go. Thank you. And Tejasvi, what's your question? You can unmute. Yeah.
Sir, it's not related to this. Sir, previously I raised my hand, sir.
Okay, maybe I will give a chance for sharing after the practice session. Okay. Thank you. So, question, Dr. Kavita. Yeah. Kavita ji. Yes.
So, Doctor, I lost my connectivity after 0.7.
0.7, okay.
Repeat 8 and 9 very quickly.
Okay, sure. I can do that very quickly. And So this is the point where you lost the connectivity,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Transforming the old image to a new image. So we are shifting the images here from the old illness image to the health image. Okay.
Okay.
And then the eighth point is let the old image merge into the new image. We have to merge these two things. The
Okay.
old image, make it smaller and shrink it in size and make it merge into the new image. And then finally, we need to bring it into our body because we have detached initially from the body, this distorted hologram. We felt it in the body initially. The same step, it's a completion process. We feel it in the body finally.
Okay.
This is the last step. Okay, Dr. Kavita, thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
That's wonderful, wonderful. So friends, let's go ahead with the practical session. And if it is really an important question right now, we can also, Gaurav, we can ask Gaurav. There is a question regarding this process.
Namaskar.
Namaskar, namaskar.
It is wonderful. I was looking forward to your session from last 7-8 months, but this time I got it. So, sir, my question is that you have told that we can use it for other issues also, relationship or some other success related or anything. So,
Right.
In that case also, the third step that identify the intensity, and then fourth step detach it from body and see it in front of the eyes. Will these be applicable, these steps?
Any area of your life, anywhere you are experiencing any limitation, you can apply this.
Perfect. Perfect.
Okay. And you can first right now, because our focus is on our health and well-beingness, you can use this today for this and later on apply this for other areas of your life as well.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. So friends, during the session right now, we will be I will be guiding you through the guidelines and all the steps will be, you will know. Okay. So if you're ready, we can go ahead with the session. After that, we'll have plenty of time to sharing. Okay. Because the practice session is more important. Every day it is getting late. Some people, they're signing out very quickly. And let's complete the session first. So this meditation part is so important. So I would like you to take a comfortable posture. Let your body be very, very settled into a comfortable posture. Make yourselves very relaxed and pay attention to your body sensations right now. Notice how your body is feeling. Just notice it. Scan your body from head down to your feet. At this moment, even notice your breathing. Notice if it is long and deep, let it be long and deep. If it is short and shallow, let it be short and shallow. But notice it, observe it, watch it. Is it irregular? Is it regular? Is it soft or is it hard? Is it easy or is it difficult? Notice. Be in this present moment right now. Throughout the session, you'll be aware and alert to what is happening inside you. Your subconscious mind has all the access to information from the past. I would like you to now, once your mind settles down into this calm, quiet, relaxed state, you're composed and you're ready. You're giving yourself the permission to go into this exploration session. to change the distorted hologram so that you can experience health, vitality, rejuvenation. I would like you to now give all your attention, focus your attention upon one of the issues, health issues that you have. Be specific about it. Focus on this issue right now. How long you are going through this issue, the health issue. What kind of symptoms bothering you, limiting you, making you experience some kind of limitation in the physical plane? Give all your attention to it. At this moment, I'll be asking you to locate and feel it in the body. This issue has a body correspondence. Just feel this issue, take it inwardly and feel it in the body. Notice which part of the body you have stored this problem or issue. Where do you feel it? In which location of the body? If you could feel where you would be feeling it. Is it in the lower parts of the body, the upper parts of the body, right side or left side? A specific location you have, just locate it. Is it the chest? Is it the abdomen? Is it the head? Is it the pelvis? Is it the backbone? Or is it the legs, feet, or any other specific location? Where do you feel it? At this moment, I would like you to notice this issue that you have found located in the body and notice that feeling and sensation. Is it deep or superficial? Is it located deeply embedded in the body somewhere? You feel a deeper sensation, deeper? Or is it in the middle or in the superficial plane? You are the one who can notice all these things. Just notice it. Give all your attention to that, what you are sensing and feeling. Feel it in the body and notice whether it is deep or superficial. Whether it is heavy or light. Or is it normal? Neither heavy nor light. Notice it. Or is it bigger than the body or smaller than the body or the normal proportions as the body? After knowing, measuring this problem and the issue in a physical, tangible way, whether it is heavy or light, whether it is deep or superficial, whether it is bigger or smaller than the body, right now, I would like you to also look at it, perceive what is the color of it, or what would be the color that you give to this issue, this problem. What's the color of it? What is the shape, form, image of it? What shape, what form, what image you would give to it? after you quantified this issue, this problem, whether it is deep or superficial, whether it's heavy or light, bigger or smaller, you, after noticing the color of it, after noticing the form or shape or image of it, I'd like you to detach it from the body. See it in front of your eyes. That picture, that image, that color, whatever that you have given to this issue, those who could not yet give a color and shape to it, I would like to imagine now, in your imagination, give a form, color to it. Give a form and color to it. What would be the color and form of this issue? And take it out from your body and see it in front of your eyes. Detach it totally. See it in front of your eyes. At this moment, you can dialogue with this form, color, shape, which is symbolically representing the issue, the problem, which carried some distorted holographic field. There's some information in it. You want to know about it, from where this issue is coming from. There's so much past emotion, past memories, beliefs, thoughts stored inside this symbolic image that you're seeing in front of your eyes. Right now, have this dialogue. Ask questions. Why are you there? Why are you present in my life as this issue and problem, as this limitation? Let all the past impressions now surface like a river carrying all the memories one by one, most recent one, and your consciousness knows exactly, allow all the impressions of the past to come into the surface level. For the next few moments, allow. I would like you to not react to any of these memories, not react to any of these things. Instead, stay in a neutral position as a neutral observer. Let all the past impressions, even though they are emotionally charged memories, even those memories which upset you, made you sad, made you fearful, even if it is related to your childhood, your womb memories, or it is coming from family tree, or it is coming from past lives, does not matter. Wherever it is coming from, let these images surface in your mind and let them go. Let them go. Neither be clingy to the memories, to these impressions, nor reject them. Just have a neutral observer attitude. Just witness, watch. This is the past which you carried like a baggage, which created this distorted holographic information field. That's where this issue or the problem, whatever the limitation you're going through, repetitively you're going through the same thing over and over again. The symptoms, the same symptoms repeating themselves. Right now, look at it, the source, the roots of the issue, right from the childhood, and even several other memories. Sometimes we don't need to even cognitively, through a conscious mind, know what those memories are, but see them like a a big river carrying a big chunks, loads, all the junk which is unuseful, like a waste material, which you want to let go of it now. It could be representing some of the emotions which are frozen, representing some of the thoughts which are crystallized in you, like a negative thoughts, some thoughts which are negative beliefs, which created certain negative things for you. All of that, negative memories, all of them, let them go, let them go. At this moment, you also ask that before you say goodbye to that old image, old issue, which is symbolically represented by this form, shape, I'd like you to ask it, what is the message? What is the positive intent behind this negative situation that I have to go through in this life? What is the positive intent behind it? Behind every negative thing, there is a positive intent, positive message. What is it? What did you learn from it? An illness is a teacher. What is this giving you? So far, enduring, going through this issue again and again, many times, what is that you learned from it? At this point of time, this is a time to collect all the positive things, positive insights that you can gather from your past, even though it is the most negative past, which traumatized you, which made you experience fear, which stressed you a lot. Even then, I would like you to be open to collect all that, what you have learned from it, the whole essence, all the difficult past situations. What did you learn from it? As a soul, you might have learned so many things. At this moment, through your intuition, through your inner knowingness, in this dialoguing with this object, form, and color shape in front of you, you can get that important insights. Let it be integrated into you. Take that fully into you. At this point of time, I would like you to just have certain sentences in your mind before you totally say goodbye to the old form, shape, color. Have the words about what is that memory, what is that emotion that you're letting go, what is the belief that you carried all the way from the past, which has formed this distorted hologram. Let the words come into your head. At this moment, are you willing to transform this old past, old image into the new image, which is symbolically going to represent this new image, will be representing freedom state, is an unlimited state. We have more options available, more possibilities. Is a health state, state of great health and well-beingness. Are you willing to take this step Look for the inner answer, whether it is yes or no. Even if there is resistance, you just say to yourself, even though it is tough for me to let go what I have been carrying, because it has also given me so many things. There are secondary gains. I gained certain things from it. But right now, I can experience something different. New possibilities are there. So you say to yourself, I'm willing to transform. Say yes to yourself for this inner shift, inner transformation. At this moment, the old junk that is stored in you, you can see that completely carried by the river. At this point of time, this old image totally transforming into a new image right now in front of your eyes. See that new image which is forming. New color, new form, new shape, new image with bright colors, a positive picture. It's the future you, your future self, future you in a very good, healthy, well-being state. Let this symbolic image emerge in your mind screen now. Make it bigger and brighter, and you can play with the colors of it. You can add colors, make it more brighter. You can bring sharpness to that image. You can magnify it. You can add depth to it. At this point of time, I would like you to start shrinking the old image in your mind screen. See the old image as a minuscule, as a tiny, tiny, tiny particle. Totally shrinking, shrinking, collapsing, shrinking in size. And see this new image being bigger, bigger, grown bigger, brighter. And let the two images merge. Let the old particle image, now the old image, merge into this new one. Let this integration happen right now. The old merging into the new, dissolving into the new. At this moment, you are thanking the old past. You're thanking all the people, everyone, even though they have given some kind of difficulties to you, even though they have caused some kind of pain to you, even though they're the cause for your pain. Still, you're saying thank you because you have learned some important lessons. There's positive lessons you gathered from the past. You're thanking at this moment. Let that old image totally merge into this new image. The final goodbye process to the past and distorted hologram. This, you are forming a new holographic information field with this new symbolic image. Right now, I would like you to think about the new words, new sentence that can come into your mind screen. What are the words that you have right now about this new information field? Just reverse all the previous sentence or words that you have about the distorted hologram. Reverse it, opposite to it. Regarding your health and vitality and well-beingness and many other things. At this moment, this bright, bigger image which you have with the words that you are having right now in your mind, I'd like you to slowly bring it into your body. Just let it settle down again, the same place where initially the issue was located. Fill that space which is empty now. Fill that space with this beautiful new health hologram. Feel it in your body now. Take few more moments. Integrate this experience, integrate into your body all the insights that you gained, all the shift that you could achieve. At this moment, I would like you to look at the future, probable future, where you are experiencing a healthy and happy and very much, expanded state of being, the future version of you, updated version of you. See that inner image of yourself, which is your highest possible probable event, which is your goal. And at this point of time, think about how much time you're going to give to yourself on a daily basis, how many minutes to focus on this new holographic information field, new health hologram. Just let the answer come from within. On a daily basis, how many minutes, how many days? Is it 10 days, 20 days, 40 days? So that it becomes irreversible. You bring a big shift in your life. The last one more minute. At this point of time, just become aware of this present moment. Become aware of your body. Become aware of your breath. It's all the insights that you have gained from this experience. Know that you are a master of your own self. Master of your mind, master of your body, master of your own energies. You are the one who can always choose different realities to experience. You have the free will. Just remembering about who you truly are. Whenever you are ready, you can start slowly coming back, returning to this awakened state, wake, conscious, alert state. Start wiggling your toes and rubbing your palms. And placing your hands on your eyes. Just feel all that, whatever shift that happened in you. Scanning your body, feel your body right now. And you may open your eyes with a smile, with a lot of positivity. Take your time to open your eyes. That's wonderful, friends. Warm welcome to all of you. That's really wonderful. That's wonderful. So this is so useful and tool which you can practice it, because any change to happen to make it irreversible, not just only just this moment that you are pain free or you feel healthy, But even the future moments, if you need to feel healthy, you need to repeat this simple tool. It won't take not even 5 minutes to do this whole thing. We did it for 15 minutes approximately, but you can do it within 5 minutes. Just you need to give attention to those, play with those inner images. The old image, make it shrink into size, and focus on the new hologram, the health hologram, and give all attention to it. And really, those words which can make you be empowered, which is a statement of truth for you. That is so, it is going to become very, very much irreversible if you practice it for some more days, this tool. Only thing is, from your heart, whatever that you felt, for example, your intuition said 40 days to practice this every day, 5 minutes or 10 minutes or 1 hour, whatever that is prescribed by your own consciousness, you follow it. That way you'll make it a really beautiful shift. So let's have some sharings now.
Dr. Newton, namaste. This is Anusha. I have an announcement before we take the sharing.
Sure.
Namaste, all the masters. It's really wonderful these 3 days. So many unanswered questions have been, answered. And each one of you, whatever you have questioned, it has helped all of us to, get those answers. Thank you so much, Dr. Newton, for this wonderful session. And friends, I would like to talk about Quantum Life University. It's an educational institution being established as an university. It is the world's first spiritual science university, and which presents universal spiritual science wisdom in a scientific manner to the modern world. This QLU campus is located in Vikarabad district, Telangana. It's a beautiful place spread across 150 acres of land. They have facilities like Bodhistan, Pyramid Conference Hall, Sacred Labyrinth, Sacred Garden, Amphitheater, Goshala. At present, 26 cows are living on the campus. They have 5-acre Saraswati Lake and 3 ponds, kitchen and dining hall that can serve 250 persons at a time. And they have a Maitri hall with a capacity of 1,000 persons for conducting classes and public events. Kaivella dormitory and Mokshadam dormitory, which accommodates, there are 600 rooms. And the mission of the QLU is bring eternal wisdom to the people of the world. Now, there are some few ongoing projects and upcoming projects are there. So the first one is plantation of 1,000 saplings they are planning to plant in this season, rainy season of 2021. And one can adopt a plant for a year by donating 6,000 rupees for its maintenance. And one can also adopt a cow for a year by donating 12,000 for the maintenance. And the ongoing project is completion of the Nirvana rooms it's ongoing. Every year, they conduct a Soul Coach Transformation Program for 20 days residential certification program. This they are giving completely free of cost. And around 1,000 participants are participating in this. And it is conducted both in Telugu and English. And now they have the registration for these programs are opened. The program is going to happen from 15th November to 24th November. One can visit the www.qluglobal.org for registering for this program. Friends, I would like to share a small thing, like every small action into a lot of people brings a big change. So I request you all to be part of this noble cause and support this mission. And for making your valuable contributions, please log on to www.qluglobal.org/ make a donation. I'll be posting this link in the chat box. I thank you all.
Thank you, Anusha ji, for giving the nutshell about what are the activities, what's happening in Quantum Life University campus. So friends, you are most welcome to visit Quantum Life University. And post-COVID, we are launching the Soul Coach program because it got delayed because of the second wave. We couldn't do it. But now we have announced the dates in November and December, these 2 months in Telugu and English batches. It's the most beautiful program for 20 days, 10 days, 2 semesters. It is, there's a time span in between. So 10 days you need to take out and to be there. And it's wonderful. Chandraji, that's wonderful to have you here. That's beautiful.
Thank you, Dr. Newton. Thank you, dear friends. Of course, we will perhaps going to have some more sharing. Thank you, Anusha, for that announcement. And we do have Karthikeyan sir too, and if sir is able to add a message. But dear friends, every now and then we get an opportunity. Yes, Karthikeyan sir has come. Let me add to sir to the.
Hello.
Can we add Karthikeyan sir to the screen, please? Yes.
Hello. Good evening, everybody. Good night, actually. It's going to be 9 p.m.
Yes, sir.
Dr. Newton, your mesmerizing program. People have been sitting tight from 5:30 onwards, more than 4 hours, but I see very few have left because it is such a huge contribution. Last 3 days I've been here most of the time. Maybe towards the end I had to leave for something else, but today I've been with you. So what beautiful lessons you have given, very powerfully, very effectively. See, the response of the participants shows, how deeply you have touched their lives of individuals also. All healing is self-healing. Health is our natural state. Body is a sacred temple. Our soul is God living there. Body speaks. Body never lies. Mind makes it, but body never lies. There is one golden rule, trust the body. Like that, so many beautiful, theories, each one of them can be dealt with for 2 hours, 3 hours by you. But you pain, all symptoms or messages from the body. Body is always communicating with us. Body has all the capacity to heal itself. Only thing is, we have to listen to it. You are the creator of your own health. Awaken the inner doctor. Our beliefs create our destiny. As is our belief, so is our health. Life urge versus death urge. Life urge is the key to longevity and health. Root cause of any illness is ignorance. Like that, you can learn such powerful sutras, actually, each one of them, truisms. But beautifully, you put it in a covered it and 3 evenings and about 12, 13 hours time. Amazing. And thank you very much. And I have always been your admirer. And so also Lakshmi, the lady behind the successful man. My heartiest congratulations. I think first time I listened to you for so many hours together. I kept it because you informed earlier. I kept the time free for this, giving up something else also. Yes, Quantum Life University is going to be is a man institute of great vision and mission. I'm sure it will. I was there for the foundation of your the pyramid. It's a magnificent. I do hope it will take shape in about 3 years' time.
Yes.
Oh, it's a major project, I know. But still, I think you have got support from all over the world, and the time has come for it to come into being. And my vision is that, like what Chandra started 15 months back, in a very small way, but it has reached thousands of people around the world. And Patriji's vision of Jnana Jagat is taking place thanks to you, thanks to Chandra, thanks to Shayan Zaga, and many more masters created by you people now. And I don't think I should talk more than that, except to say I thoroughly enjoyed your program. Artist, congratulations. Thank you very much. Now, one more thing I want to add now, because this Quantum Life University is a mega project. First, I admire your courage to think of such a project. And then, certainly, there is nothing in that place, but then you have created already a green campus there. Unbelievably, in a place there is no water, you have created a tank and everything is happening now. I keep telling in Chanda's programs also. See, there are 3 types of dhyanas. Annadana, of course, people who are in need of. Next to that is Vidyadana. But I consider now, by listening to the experience of all the meditators, Dhyana Dana is far superior to even Annadana and Dhyana Dana, because by giving this Dhyana Dana, you have transformed the lives of people. Transform the lives of people in all aspects of life. So I asked you know very well how this Vipassana was brought back to India by Satyanaran Goenkaji, Guruji. That's 78 years back. I had the privilege of knowing him, meeting him. So after the 10-day meditation in Hyderabad, I asked the Guruji, I said, such a thing, 10 days of people can stay, they have food and all that, you don't charge. You give it free. He said, Karthikeyan, what can I charge? He said, priceless. It's a life transforming experience. How can I put any value on that? But he said, but who are benefited, they are welcome to make their offering so that the wheel of Dharma keeps moving. That's why it has been going. So that way I just want to remind all the meditators who are following, if you are touched, if a life is touched anyway, life transformation is possible total. But I don't think anybody who has gone through this meditation for 30 days, 40 days can say their lives are not touched anyway. So whatever, if you want to keep this going, it has to go to many more millions of people. So what you are doing, Chandra is doing, Science is doing, PSSM is doing, or in the channel, television channel, they are doing thousands, but it has to go to millions. Unless the whole universe is transformed. Unless everybody is made to realize their own responsibility, made to individual responsibility, make them citizens, we cannot bring about much change in the world. So it has to reach many more millions. For that, you also need some material support. So I only would say that whoever is benefited, they should make a contribution according to their own capacity by way of either volunteering or material support or spreading the message to many more people. So I think that is the duty of each one of us. Thank you. Namaskar.
Thank you, as Karthikeyan sir. You have inspired us so much always. You always in the background, you are there, you are guiding us a lot. You are the one who asked us at that time when we were doing programs outside. You said you must do in the campus. Then only this whole campus will be expanded and it will start growing. Based on your the guidance at that time, 2015, we started doing many programs that time onwards. Now it is so much green and it started expanding. And we are very grateful for you, sir, always, for all that what you give to us.
I was telling Patiji, the hard work is done by your masters. I only learned my name, that's all. They said, no, that is very important. I'm happy. People listen to me and come in. And then once they come and experience it, they spread it. Many more thousands of people know that. That is the purpose of life, is to be happy, healthy, and spread it as many as possible. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Karthikeyan sir. Thanks for that wonderful message. You always talk about Vipassana and how the movement grew for Goenka. And actually, this program, when we were doing, I asked Dr. Newton, so should we put a registration fee? He said, no, I want to give it free completely. And Dr. Newton, I was talking to him that you have to, there is so much that you're raising, and these days you're doing everything free, and then how are you going to raise? He said, that's okay, whatever it is, but let's do it free, Chandra. I just want to do it free. And I think in many ways, dear friends, as Karthikeyan mentioned, it becomes very meaningful. Every contribution we make for a dhyana dana becomes so meaningful that we realize this later on. That's my personal experience, that contributing. And then I see it in Karthikeyan sir, after retirement of 22 years of job retirement, not life retirement, because sir is so active, perhaps a lot more active than even when he was in job. After 21 years, is continuing to contribute monetarily, however that is possible, in, of course, an enormous amount of knowledge and connection that he makes with people, and then adding value significantly. But every time I see him, that the way he bringing people together and then encouraging meditation, encouraging so much of holistic moralities, and not only knowledge, tan, man, but every little that he has. Also, I know that I've seen him contribute and support so many projects. And absolutely personal experience, what we give has to come multiplied. It does come multiplied in many, many ways. But we need to take that step. We need to take that step. It's not enough to just say thank you, but we got to take the step, because it's going to help us go back, look back and say, wow, I did this thing. I feel that way, so grateful for Pyramid Valley Project when I got associated long ago. We started with zero money, but we were able to contribute 10,000, 5,000, whatever that is, everything that we were able to contribute. I stretched myself and contributed. Today, I feel part of my purpose, a major part of my purpose is achieved, because that project is serving millions of people now. And it runs. Life University is another major project. It is, to me, is like a pinnacle of spiritual science. Because if you have seen what in 3 days, in 9 hours of sessions total, that is Dr. Newton has given, art of self-healing, I thought, what is there? Only meditation, but there are so many things around it. And that is only a tip of what they're thinking of bringing to the people, because spiritual science is vast. So it's our sincere request that we take concrete action, and concrete action, associate yourself, become a member or a partner, a sponsor in supporting these projects, because then 10 years later, you look back and say, I've done something very, very meaningful in my life. Thank you, sir. Karthikeyan sir, always inspiring in this. Thank you so much. Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you.
My privilege.
Yes, sir. And I just want to bring in Dr. Newton. Let's just hear it from a good friend of mine, an executive from Bay Area, California, Suresh.
Right.
Suresh, how are you liking the program? Can I unmute somebody? Yes. A very successful entrepreneur from Bay Area, California. Otherwise, we went to the college together. So I'm very excited to have him on the screen. Yes.
Wonderful to have you, Ms. Suresh. Welcome.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good morning, good afternoon. There are people from all over the world. And I know because I'm dialing in from US. I have a good colleague of mine from Russia who's dealing with some health problems. And things happen. Chandra has introduced me to spiritual science from a very early age. And I remember many things, and there are no coincidences in life. Whatever you call it, synchrodestiny. So my friend was talking to me about his health problems. I got to know about this program coming. I made the connection. I wasn't sure if he would take it up or not. But he did, and he's benefiting from it. I'm benefiting from it. I just wanted to share my complete gratitude, Dr. Newton, for it's so benevolence, so much benevolence I see from you. The love, the infinite love, and the caring and the empathy with which you speak to each of us. That's more than the words that you convey. Even though we are on Zoom, we can feel those vibrations and those energies. And that is the teaching that really transforms people. I want to thank you for that. And the simple way, and it's just, I use an English metaphor, which is not that appropriate for all of us who are awakened. Most of us are vegetarian. But there's this notion of give a man a fish, you feed his hunger. teach a man to fish, and you teach him to take care of himself for life. And that's what I experienced today, especially today's sharings. And I thank all my dear friends and participants who allowed themselves to be so vulnerable and share their inner feelings and their challenges and what they felt, their private thoughts. And it was like we're all together. It reminded me of this one consciousness. There is no boundaries between any of us. And there's so much learning. And I didn't want to speak because I was just trying to soak everything in like a sponge. There's so much more experiences, and it's just amazing. I felt like I didn't get one lesson, but I got the master lesson on how to deal with problems that I'm not even aware of in the future. And I feel truly blessed. And thank you, Dr. Newton. Thank you, Chandra, for organizing this. And thank you to all the volunteers who make this happen. Really blessed.
Thank you, Sureshji. Wow, what a transformation. You have summarized the entire 3 days of this journey, healing journey into ourselves. Thanks for sharing your feelings. Thank you.
Thank you, Suresh. Great to see you there. I'm very surprised, but I'm very happy to have you there for 3 days. Thank you. Thank you, sir. We will give it back to Dr. Newton to do some sharings.
Yes, we will. You can be there, Chandra, and then we have few participants share their experiences.
Yes.
Yeah. So you have raised hands. Okay, Ramesh ji, if you're there, you can unmute yourselves. Unmute yourself, sir.
Yeah, I did unmute myself.